dance tonight. Everyone gotta feel alright. Skank it in the party, yeah. Everyone gotta feel the taste. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, yes. We just so skank it all around because we have no fear. 'Cause anywhere we go, Jah is there. I say, youth man skanking all the way. Youth man skanking. Hear when me say. From continent to continent, from country to country, from Paris to Paris, just a youth man skanking. Youth man skanking, come along my brothers, come along. We just a youth man skanking. Youth man, all the road. Oh, yeah. From country to country, from continent to continent, a youth man skanking. Youth man skank down by the rivers and the gully bank. Youth man skank, Jah know we are no wrong. Youth man skanking all the way. Youth man skanking. Hear when me say, youth.
No man is an island. No man stands alone. Each man has a brother, and each man has a friend.
Check, 1, 2. Yo, Darth Liquid, what's happening? Underproof crew is in here. Early arrivals, let me know. Can you hear the words that are being said right now? Underproof crew just decided to nuke everybody out the gate. Not mad at that. Sounding good, appreciate that. Shouts out to Darth Liquid. Appreciate you, man. What's going on with my camera? It's kind of crouching here. Hang on. There we go. It was on it was set for somebody like 6 or 7 inches shorter. I was kind of slouching down a little bit. Just B, what up? Daedalus, what happening? Stitch Jones, what up, sir? How's everyone doing? Big up, everyone. What's the weather like where you guys are at? It's fucking raining out here. It's raining big time in Sacramento right now. Thunder's rolling. Shit's fucking gnarly. Set for Taco Diggins. Word up. Tacos are on Friday. Reggae vibes. Yeah, man. I love reggae music. How stereotypical is that of me to be a DJ from California who loves reggae music, chill vibes, has a 420-bit response on his thing. It's so stereotypical. I might as well have fucking palm trees coming out of the ground and Mickey Mouse popping up every now and then. And a surfboard. I think everybody thinks that Californians all surf for some reason. So I should probably have a surfboard. Then I would be 100% stereotypical California. Hair's almost ready for dreads. Yeah. You know, we're approaching 1 year here at the channel, and DJ's Not DJing is actually about to celebrate our 1 year anniversary. And when we first started, and for years before that, I was a 0 fade every 2 weeks haircut kind of guy. Stopped cutting my hair when the lockdown came on. I haven't cut my hair yet, and the mullet is legit, yo. It's legit. I can shake them dreads. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Big up DJ Junior Soldier Fortune, appreciate the follow. G Money 843, thanks for the follow. Dua Duin, thanks for the follow. DJ Mac Villain, what up? Thanks for the follow. Grimworks, appreciate you. Big up. You know, we just crossed 3,800 followers. We're at 3,804. I didn't pay for a single one of them. How about that? Really appreciate y'all. No shouts out to anybody who's buying followers. Anybody who's clicking the link that comes into the spam in the chat. Says, hey, you want more followers? And then, you know, it's Taco Truck approved hair. Word up. What happens at 4K? I don't know. I haven't been doing the celebratory thing with like achievements, but that would be fun to celebrate 4,000. I'm down. Speedos, huh? What up, No Use for Anger? How you doing, my friend? No, you click on my link. No, you click my link. What's up, Gonzo Rojo? Appreciate you. Big up No Use for Anger. Don't click his link. Absolutely not. That would be terrible. The chat is running. What's up, homies? Can you believe it's almost been a year? We're actually going to be celebrating the 1 year anniversary of DJ's Not DJing. Let me take these off real quick. I don't need them right now. We're going to be celebrating the 1 year anniversary of DJ's Not DJing this Monday. And I'm really excited. You know, when they say when you're trying to formulate your channel, I watch a lot of YouTube content on this Twitch thing. And they say when you're trying to think about what you want to do when it comes to content creation, not just Twitch, but YouTube in general, they say it helps sometimes to write down your top 3 main influencers when it comes to who do you watch a lot and who are you watching, who's inspiring you, who's motivating you, who's bringing you this fire to do this content creation thing. And they say to write down your top 3 and the reasons why you like these 3. And the first person I wrote down was the guest that we have coming on for the 1 year anniversary of DJ's Not DJing. I wrote down Mojax. For those that don't know, Mojax is a huge influencer in our space. His reviews have been going on for years and years and years, spanning multiple companies currently with DJ City and Beat Source. And I really enjoy the stuff that he creates. I'm an admitted fanboy of Mojax's content, for lack of a better term. I love his YouTube videos. I watch his streams. Follow him on the social media. And so it is absolutely going to be dope to have the one and only Mojax on here for the DJ's Not DJing, celebrating 1 year of this show. And I'm super excited for that. So, yeah, Mojax is going to be coming on here on a special day and time. For those that don't know, Mojax is in the UK. So we're adjusting our schedule in order to make things work for a UK time zone. And, you know, I thought about, moving this show at a different time anyways, and we might revisit this at a different day. But getting back on track, the DJ's Not DJing 1 year anniversary is going to be celebrated in just a few days. It's this coming Monday. March the 15th at 1 p.m. Pacific. That's 4 p.m. Eastern. That's 9 p.m. in the UK, I believe. I could be wrong. I'm bad at math. I know there's one in the afternoon in the West Coast. So do the math. And it's going to be good times. And for those of you that caught the Z-Trip interview back in November, that I'm going to be doing something similar, and it's kind of become tradition too. I did it with Cleveland Terry as well. After I'm done with my formal chat with Mojax, and we get to know Mojax, talk some shop with Mojax, and just really pick the sensei's brain while we have his time, I'm going to invite the homies here, all y'all, onto a good session, and we can all have a nice roundtable session with Mojax as well. So y'all have your opportunity to ask him your questions if you'd like as well. And so I'm super excited to have Mojax on this Monday for the 1 year. It's going to be fun. Exactly. It's going to be for the 1 year anniversary. Well, go on, Louie. How you doing, my friend? Beers and Beats. What up? Exclamation point Zoom in the chat if you want to jump in the discussion, talk about the topics today. We are celebrating 1 year. Again, we're celebrating 1 year this Monday, 1 p.m. right here on the 916 Junglist channel, 1 p.m. Pacific. I've decided that I'm gonna. Normally Wednesdays are all about business. For those that know, Wednesdays I'm usually all about business. You won't find me with a glass of alcohol on Wednesdays normally, but today we're going for it. Billy's gonna pour himself a glass of Jameson. And let's go. Exactly. Salute. Appreciate y'all. Let's get loose. I'm down. So yeah, the weather's really crazy right now in Sacramento. This is probably the hardest rainstorm we've had this year so far. Luckily our power is on, which is awesome. But it's like thunder and lightning outside right now. So I'm pretty sure the noise suppression on OBS will catch it, and you won't hear. It shouldn't sound. You shouldn't be able to hear what it sounds like outside right now. But it's like rain hitting the windows like full blast right now, all around me. Pretty crazy. Big up Aiden Scott. Get in here, Aiden. I'll talk to you in a second. What up, Spire? How you doing? Big up the 100 Proof crew out of Boston. Big up Entity. Appreciate you, man. Big up Deep Bass Pervert. What's going on? Love that name. Deep Bass Pervert. I can relate. Down for the round. That's what's up, Jamal. Word up. Yeah, I really enjoy doing that. You know what I mean? And especially with somebody that's, you know, we've all seen freaking Mojax videos by now. I sure hope you have, you know. Any case. We're going to get this discussion going. Exclamation point Zoom in the chat if you want to jump in on the discussion. We've got some really good topics. We're going to be talking about a Serato Zoom meeting that I attended today. That was part of a Sony RCA Records / Serato invite-only Zoom meeting thingy-majigger. And I'll talk about that today. And also, I'm going to talk about some deals that we found on Amazon. Actually, thanks to Ratfink. Ratfink found a pretty cool deal on Amazon. We'll talk about that. Some drama at Twitch. We'll talk about the drama at Twitch. It's pretty funny and pretty trolly. And finally, the main topic of tonight, it's going to be coming out eventually, Twitch's new brand safety score and what that means for channels on Twitch and what we can speculate, what we know, and what it's all about. So big up to those locking in. This is DJ's Not DJing. Let's get our guests in here. I see a couple right now already. Dope. Exclamation point Zoom in the chat if you want to join this conversation. Let me get my headphones on so I can hear everybody. Yo.
Hey.
Yo. All right. First of all, man in a bag, how you doing out of Boston? Your government is on the screen, but until you change that, we all know who you really are.
The truth has come out.
Wait, I didn't have an option this time. Hang on. Where are we at?
How are you doing, man in the bag? How was your week?
It's grind, man. It's grind. I've been digging for sets for this week, next week, and I've been getting ready for that top secret thing we've got going on.
I like it.
Secrets.
I love secrets, especially the top secrets. Bottom secrets aren't as interesting. Top secrets are pretty interesting.
No.
Are you saying the bottoms aren't important?
The bottoms are definitely important. They're just less interesting.
Hmm.
I wanna highlight my man Aiden Scott right now. Aiden Scott, first of all, you're gonna hear this. Wait, let me face this way. Let me face this way. You're gonna hear this a few times tonight, and I wanna get it out of the way for the first time, and make the formal announcement to those in the chat who don't know. Also, Aiden Scott, I'm raising my glass. I'm drinking for you tonight, and I wanted to say congratulations for making Twitch partner in the past week. That is absolutely fucking incredible, bro. Big up, yo check. Appreciate you, man.
Cheers to you, brother. By the way, that oh damn was because I dropped the whole box of light bulbs.
Oh no. But
I think they're fine.
They should be okay. Fine. Yeah, they've been packaging them pretty well for the last 100 years. So I think you'll be okay.
Yes, I think it'll be all right.
So, Aiden Scott, how have things been since you have crossed the illustrious line into the land of purple checkmarkdom?
I mean, they're the same, really. It's just I gotta design more emotes, and like I'm an all right graphic designer, but I'm not a good one. So I have like 6 more emote slots on my tier 1 to fill, and then I have 5 on tier 2 and 5 on tier 3, and then there's like there's a bunch of new stuff that I have to make things for, and I got a lot of things going right now because I have to I mean, I think you're part of this too, but I gotta film my video for DMS, the cribs thing, and that's not done. And so this is a very stressful week right now, to be honest.
Oh, the trials and tribulations of stardom. It sounds awful. Sounds absolutely awful.
It's so bad.
Love you, man. Hey, I asked my man No Use for Anger this same question, because this is something that I think about a lot, being on the other side of the check mark right now for the time being, let's say. The idea of creating content without the in the back of your mind needing that number to reach your partnership goals, the 75 number, right?
Yes.
Yes. Not having that number in your head, in my opinion, opens up your mind to more creative freedom with the channel that you're going to be with your channel. So I'm curious, have you thought about that? And is there anything that you're already wanting to like talk about publicly?
Absolutely. As I'm sure we all have the same feeling who hasn't got that, that email that says, hey, you're a partner now. If you remember, like a couple months ago, I was doing late night streams, like after midnight my time, like just more weird streams, which weren't getting the same viewership as my regular scheduled stuff. And we've had this conversation, but obviously not on the channel. It really sucks that the way Twitch appoints partnerships is on a 30-day average. And a lot of us are providing a lot of content for Twitch. And it sucks. That's my dog. So, yes, go get him. Go get him.
Killer.
A lot of people, you shouldn't be punished for providing more content for the platform. And unfortunately, that's the way, we all know the way Twitch partnership works. There's some other stuff going on.
Sure.
But as far as the way it's supposed to happen, it punishes you for doing more. Unless that more that you do is also on the same level as the regular stuff you do, which is kind of lame. But now it's awesome because I'm probably going to start doing the late night streams again because I don't have to worry about hitting that average anymore.
That's what I don't have to worry about. Yeah.
Yeah.
That freedom has to feel really good because now it almost feels like you're free to create whatever your mind wants. And sometimes, one of the key parts of success is failing a lot. And if you don't
Yes.
have the opportunity to fail, then you're never going to really expand on your art, in my opinion, right? Or expand in what you're trying to do. And so I feel like what happens with partnership, which has become a real desire, more than any of the things that are exclusive to it, is that idea of now I'm not worrying about the numbers anymore, and I have the freedom to try something out that may or may not work, but it's something that I want to do, like as a creative outlet. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. You know what I'm saying, though.
You are, because like anybody who's creative in the least bit, they can only be their most creative as long as they have no like shackles.
Right.
There should be no shackles. You should be free to do whatever you want to do. And it's almost like it's kind of almost like the libertarian view of the economy. It's you should be able to do whatever you want to do and let the market decide if it's good. Like, because if you're doing something and it's not connecting with anybody, then maybe you're not doing the right thing or you're not finding the right audience.
Right.
But you should never, ever, ever be told that you can't experiment, you know, with something creative. Because I mean, art's subjective, obviously, and
yep.
I don't believe that you should ever be judged on art. Like there should be art contests. There shouldn't be that, because art is so subjective. And what I think sucks, somebody else might think is the best thing in the world. And
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the struggle with this channel in particular is this date, and we've talked about it. And it's because, you know, there's more people that are going to have fun on a Friday and Saturday night on a party type atmosphere stream, and it's appealing, in my opinion, to, you know, more of our peers to present it as a party and as we're just having a fun time. But then when you really like focus things on a specific portion of that party or a specific portion of the platform, like we do on Wednesdays, you start to narrow your audience down to a specific group that basically wants to hear this. And that's not everybody that would be here on a Friday or Saturday. So the end result is obviously there's going to be a percentage of Friday and Saturday's audience coming in here. And then there's going to be a percentage of people who are coming here that aren't necessarily interested in the weekend. And right now, you know, that number is lower than Friday or Saturday. It's not terrible. I love every single person here. This is a great forum. The fact that this many people are here alone just for this discussion is sick. Like, I love it. So big up everybody. I'm not saying that I don't appreciate everybody here, but it definitely has a lower viewership, and it reflects when it comes to the stats with partnership and things like that.
I mean, I personally, like when I started Funked, which was now, well, almost 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, in real world before the pandemic, I knew that here in Philadelphia, starting a party like that was going to be tough, because trying to tap into because I'm a bottle service open format club DJ. That's what I make my living doing. And that crowd, we all know this, that bottle service crowd doesn't get down with the more niche genres of music.
It's usually about there's a high level of recognition factor. Everybody kind of has to acknowledge in the room that we all know this song and we're all going to celebrate it together. That's kind of a big factor in like the selection process and the crowd in general, right? There is that acknowledgement that we all know this song they recognize, or what do you call that? I guess the recognition factor and nostalgia, playing off the nostalgia too. Yep, exactly. Nostalgia or a meme of the moment, or, you know what I'm saying? Anything that's like that unifies everybody in the familiarity is what we're trying to get. The familiarity aspect, right? Plays a role. I get that totally. And there's nothing wrong with that. Honestly,
no, not at all.
Yeah.
But we all know that the majority of the popular club, the bottle service club crowds, they don't anymore anyway. Like in the early 2000s, like in the height of AM, you could get away with being weird in a bottle service club.
Right.
Today, you kind of have to hit them with all the new shit. And it's funny because like next Friday, I have my first in real life club gig in Atlantic City.
Whoa.
And I have not played a proper club set in 12 months now. because I've been focusing completely on the Funk brand and
Are
what
you
I
even on the
like.
pulse with like music? Like, is there even music being made that? I mean,
I haven't played a new song. Like I don't think I feel like the only song I've played that's come out in the past 12 months on my stream is the new Anderson .Paak Bruno Mars song. And
Love
I
it.
played that this past week because it came out this past
Love
week.
it. That's actually really
Yeah.
beautiful, great music, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's vibey. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that, I can't see that I can't see that working in a bottle service club, especially peak hour. It's not a peak
Right.
hour record.
Well, here's my question though. If everybody's been locked down for the past year, first of all, like, is music that is about being in the club and partying and all that stuff, is that subject matter even in the pop charts right now? Because it seems completely irrelevant to our culture and our society, right? So why? I mean, it seems like music that would be popular, and I'm a little bit clued out because I'm just a little bit clued out of what's popular right now. But
Yeah, we're the old guys in the club now. We're the old
kind
guys.
of, right? But it would seem to me that if you're making music that's relatable on a popular level, that making music about being in the club and partying in real life seems completely irrelevant for the past year. It's gonna be more about being stuck inside and like can't see my girlfriend because we're both on lockdown kind of songs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta put board in the house.
Right,
board
right.
in the house. I'm in the house board.
Well, don't you think that you're going to get a little bit of leeway based on the fact that like people are just so happy to be out that like it cuts you that slack?
I have no faith in the general top 40 public. No.
Yeah.
I have no faith. They're going to want to hear.
Go ahead.
They're going to want to hear like the newest. I mean, again, okay. So like the club I'm playing next Friday, it leans heavy on like the 70 BPM hip hop stuff.
Yep, trappy rap.
Which I don't even like. I don't even like to call it hip hop anymore. It's rap. It's trap. Whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hip hop.
I understand what it is, and I understand why people identify with it. I have no problem. I mean, I know that there's strong opinions on it, especially in this forum. I'm sure there's people that are just ready to be like, fuck mumble rap in the chat right now, because a lot of the cats that are watching right now are us, 40-year-old men who like backpack hip hop, drum and bass, and whatever the fuck else. And so like you start talking about 70 BPM, Migos, Cardi B kind of stuff, they immediately are going to be like, fuck that shit. And but I could, being on the other side of this conversation, I'm gonna let you talk, I promise. I understand its appeal. I completely understand its appeal. So go ahead.
I mean, and so do I. And it's kind of funny because I actually catch myself doing this a lot. And it's only because, actually, let me backstory this. I remember in the early 2000s, there was an old Philly DJ who kind of stopped playing clubs because he was from the 80s and the 90s, and he was older, and he loved freestyle and stuff like that. And once like the 2000s, dude, the roller skating rink jams all day long.
You must be from Lodi.
I am from Lodi, dude. Lodi skate, man. Oh shit. Lodi bowl and Lodi skate.
All day.
So
big up the Lodi Massive. Go ahead. Sorry.
I remember him making the comment, I don't connect with any of this music anymore, so I don't feel like DJing anymore. And at the time, it was like the mid 2000s, I didn't understand it because I was still like enjoying the top 40 music that came out. I enjoyed playing it.
Dude, don't act like our generation didn't have that double time 70 BPM bounce. We had Bone Thugs and Harmony. We even had I identified with Timbaland when he was new. Like,
well, there's a big difference between that though, because those weren't hook driven records. They were verse driven records.
Sure.
And that's kind of the big change that we've seen as 40 plus year olds in hip hop.
It's all jingles.
From the 90s to now, we've seen hip hop go from poetry to hooks. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's music still. And it's not hip hop. I don't consider it hip hop anymore, but it's something. And what I've always liked about even the new stuff is I like the production. I like the production behind it. I don't always love the vocals or even the hooks because it's just basic. But I mean, we had that stuff too back in the 90s.
You sure did.
So
and usually it was the popular clubby shit that was more simple, easier to kind of like digest, more palatable type stuff. That wasn't necessarily the most complex or lyrical. You know what I mean? And
things you can sing in the club. I mean, there's very few records today
pop, man.
From the past that people sing all the lyrics to, and like those are like down to like Rapper's Delight and Juicy by Notorious, R.I.P. by the way, yesterday.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, there's very few records today that have full vocals that people know all the lyrics to.
Right.
They know the hooks. It's the hook.
Right. Unless there's like a dance move that goes along.
Or a TikTok dance. Yeah, TikTok dance.
Exactly. Which is, I get it. One thing that we have to understand too is that every generation is going to identify with music, their own generation's music, just like we did. And part of identifying with that music is, and it's hard to admit it, but part of identifying with that music is really saying like the music that came before it is not our music, right? Even though the people who were there before will hear similarities in the new stuff. They're saying, oh yeah, this is just coming from this, or this is just coming from that. But really the new generation is trying to make their own generation's music that is, and part of it is it not being the generation before, right? And it could draw from previous generations, but they want it to be their own. And one thing that I'm not trying to be a music historian or whatever, but one thing that is similar to what's happening right now happened in rock and roll as well. And what it was is, there was this guitar lead centric and like what people were starting to call math rock type stuff that was like super about hard to play music with deep, meaningful lyrics and all kinds of stuff. And it went that direction for a while, and to the point where the only thing you could do was to take it all the way back to the simplest, most stripped down, funky fucking groove, locked into a loop and just playing it over and over again on a 4/4 time, like completely what would be considered like dumb to a musician, right? They were playing simple grooves, and they brought it all the way back to that simple funk of things. And that's really kind of what had to happen with the hip hop music, because as much as people want to say that they never liked hip hop on the radio, I hate to break it to them, but their favorite like lyrical sounding backpack, like grimy street hip hop music that they consider real hip hop music had its day on the radio. Like there was a whole era in which that music was the popular music, and I'm willing to bet that it was really close to when you were in high school, right? Which is why we all identify with it so closely. But if you want to start saying like things like Tribe and Wu-Tang Clan are real hip hop, I hate to break it to you, they were all on the radio back then. And so, you know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, obviously there's always the underground of that, but the surface level, the pop version of it did exist, right? And it still does. And like Kendrick and other artists who are still bringing that lyrically driven, that real humanity driven. I would say that Bruno and Anderson .Paak have been doing a really good job of it in their recent projects too. Like even Anderson .Paak consistently through his project. Bruno Mars too. Let me give it to Bruno Mars.
I mean, everybody, like anybody who ever tells me like hip hop today sucks, I'm like, I tell them you're not digging deep enough, because if you're not listening to like the Anderson .Paaks, the Kendrick Lamars, the J. Coles, and there's probably 100 underground artists who haven't been signed yet that are equally as dope. You just have to dig for it because it's not on radio.
Yep.
And anybody who gets all of their musical taste from what radio plays is not doing their due diligence on music curation. And obviously, not everybody has time for that.
That's what I was going to say. For one thing, that's what I was going to say.
Nobody has time for that.
Right. That's why a lot of our generation in particular likes to look to the DJ to help them curate the music that they identify with. If they identify with a particular DJ, they'll follow that DJ, and whatever that DJ is taking the time to curate, they'll immediately they trust that person's judgment, right? That's part of the value in our
It's hard to get there though. It's hard to be a trusted DJ.
Especially
it's
these
funny
days.
Because there are a handful of DJs that I listen to, daily on Twitch that I listen to them specifically for the reason that I'm gonna have my Shazam open because I know they're gonna play stuff I haven't heard, and that's what I mean. I'm a different kind of customer in this world. I am not a basic customer. I am a customer that I want to hear the nostalgic records, but I want you to hear, I want you to play them in a way that surprises me. Like I want to hear something different, but also nostalgic. But I also want to hear some stuff that I've never heard. Play them in a way that surprises me. Like I want to hear something different.
Chris, mute yourself. Thank you, sir.
Oh, hey.
No, and I think, and here's the thing though, when we go back to real life, as some of us are club DJs, some of us are not. But if those of us who are club DJs like yourself, going back into the casinos, one thing that we have to remember is that people who took the time to come on to Twitch and listen to you stream are not the majority of the people who are going to be going back to the clubs. Most of those people, they didn't even take the time to reach this far to find music that they like. They basically gave up for the last year because they never really tried that hard to begin with. And so, and we've got to, you got to remember that the audience that is in Twitch is amazing because they are usually less than 10% of the crowd, but now they've become 90% of the crowd, and we've been spoiled with it for the past year, and I love it. And I'm honestly really nervous about going back to IRL events because, one, I don't know how people's social behavior has changed in the past year. And two, you know, because I mean, are we all a bunch of fucking social idiots now? I still get kind of anxious if I'm around people. Like, and then two, what is the behavior of these people going to be like when it comes to how they treat the DJ and the music and the entertainment environment? Is it going to be a bunch of, you know, entitled Barrys and Karens, or is it going to be an audience, more of an audience like we've been seeing on Twitch, or is there going to be a better balance of both? You know, I mean, I'm really curious to see how it all unfolds. What do you guys think?
I feel like if you're an optimist, you want to hope that the crowds are going to be more appreciative when we come back. But as a realist, I think they're going to be equally as shitty.
Yeah.
I think they'll be like super stoked for like a month or two, and then it'll probably be back to like normal-ish shit. You know, with dumb fucking I mean, I never take dumb.
Do we have, is there a sensation? Is there a song that every like DJ is gonna get bombarded with when things come back open? I don't think so, dude. Like Drake dropped a new song, Bieber dropped a new song, Bruno Mars dropped a new song, and they're all kind of just meh. Like the Drake song sounds like every other Drake song. The Bruno Mars song is good, but it's like super vibey, so there'll be like a remix for it, I'm sure. I know Q did one.
It's like nobody's inspired right now.
That's why I'm really enjoying Twitch, because all of us like who might have been doing this stuff professionally on the you know, because it's a balance of commerce and art, okay? And let's be real about it, all right? Don't get this keeping it real chip on your shoulder. If some of us were doing this professionally, we were balancing the commerce and the art, okay? And in the last 12 months, we've actually been able to lean heavier on the art in a lot of ways, especially when it comes to our music curation. And so I'm curious, do you think any of you have established maybe a brand for yourself where you're known for playing a certain kind of music, and now coming back IRL, you can push that as something going forward into an actual event, or something that maybe you were doing before this went down? You know, we've been doing 916 Junglist parties before the shutdown, and we will be doing them again when we come back. Aiden Scott, first thing that comes to mind is your Funked brand. What do you see with that going forward?
So I feel like on my casino gigs, which are like the bottle service club gigs, I'm going to have to continue being my super open format style of DJing. Except for like the clubs. The clubs, I think I'm going to try really hard to adhere more to Z-Trip's formula of 3 for them, 1 for me. Because I am not afraid to get weird with the dance floor, because I know I can get them back. I'm never afraid to drop a weird record, or like I say weird because they're gonna think it's weird. A cool record, just to see how it lands, because I know that if it doesn't land the way I want it to, I can get out of it real quick. I know I have that confidence in myself. But at the same time, I'm still a little, I mean, I get nervous every time I hit start streaming, to be honest. And I assume most of us do. I get the butterflies.
Yep.
Because you never know what's going to happen or whatever. But like going back to real life
this
gigs,
chain, like weird, like cycle of emotion. Some of it's like nerves and anxiety. Sometimes it's like really down. Like I just want to take a nap and like not even stream. Sometimes like I end up like having to take a shit 5 minutes before the stream starts because like my stomach is just in a fucking knot. And
well, it's because you eat all the tacos.
It's all the tacos. I only eat tacos once a week. You guys think I'm a fucking
but I mean, that's a rule to live by. Always take a pregame dump.
That is a rule.
I mean,
a rule.
Oh yes, I all know all about the pregame dumps. They're legendary here at the
shout out to all the clubs that have a private bathroom for the DJs.
Oh yeah.
Big ups to you.
Yeah.
Big ups to you.
Big up
You
to
don't
the
want to be
staff
in that
bathroom.
room with the cretins, especially the ones that are there early at 9:30, already drunk and coked out of their mind. Like you don't want to be in the stall. Hey, what are you doing in there? Fuck, dude.
Yeah, here in Philadelphia.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh,
I was
all
just
right.
say, I've been. Billy knows I've been lucky. I've kind of always just played the shit that I wanted to play with at the parties that I did.
Yeah.
But I more was like on the, like organizing the events and promoting them myself more than I was like. I didn't get booked to DJ very often, but I DJ'd a ton of like my own shit.
That's the way to do it, though. That's the way to do it, especially if you want to make the most money. Is throw your own party.
Well, totally.
Throw like. There's a DJ here in Philadelphia who's like, actually nobody really knows his real age. He's old. He's probably in his 60s, but he goes out more than anybody you know. Any 21-year-old you know who thinks they party, this guy is out every night. Yeah. And he's kind of like the Yoda here in Philly as DJs. And for all of the years that I've known him, he's always encouraged me to throw my own party. He's like, "Are you throwing your own party yet? Have you thrown your own party yet? Throw your own party."
Yep.
And it wasn't until
or door cover, not a flat rate.
Yeah.
It's got to be a variable income source. That's my opinion. That way you have the ability to scale up as you succeed, or else you have no incentive to do so. If the bar owner is like promising you to pay you more when it gets busy, that's never fucking happened, dude. Only maybe in a really fucking blue moon to one DJ out of a million. But I can promise you, like, if they start coming to you with that kind of pitch, nah, that's a no-go. But yeah,
dude, my funk party when I threw my first in real life funk party on my birthday in 2019. So my 39th birthday, and the deal that I made with the club owner or the manager.
Hey, Paul J, no spam Marino in the chat, please. No spam Marinos, thank you.
Ooh, no spam. The agreement that I made with the management with Funk was that I'm going to do my party the way I want to do my party, and you are not going to be able to tell me what music to play. And they agreed because like he's like, no, I totally get it. You have to have consistency. You don't want to change things. And I'm like, great, we're on the same page. Let's do it. About 6 months into that agreement, and this is it was like a basement style bottle service club. It's a super dope spot, still a dope spot, but they cater to the top 40 stuff now. There came a day I threw my party on. It was Mondays. It was Mondays or Wednesdays, one of the two. It doesn't matter. I got a call the day before the day of the party, and he's like, "Yo, tomorrow night, can you be a little bit more open format because we have a bottle service reservation. It's a birthday, yada yada." And I told him, I'm like,
"My bad, Paul. I thought you posted something else. Go ahead. Sorry, Aiden. My bad, Paul. I thought you posted something else. Go ahead."
I was like, we had a very explicit conversation about this exact thing that you agreed with me with. And if you're going to go back on that agreement, then I'm out and I will find a different place for this party, which I did. Like I found a more like, obviously with the funk party, it's a very niche thing. And any place you ever play, if the bartenders and the club staff is not into what you're doing, it creates a shitty environment for everybody.
Absolutely.
And I eventually had to move my party to a venue that was more, it was a shittier, I mean, not a shittier venue. It was a more hole in the wall venue.
Yep.
But the management, the ownership, and the bartenders were all into what I was doing. They were into the product. So that made for a better environment for everybody involved. And I have no idea where I was going with that story, but that's what happened with me and Funk.
No, you're right. So what, like with it, I have no intention of doing a drum and bass night in like a polished metal bottle service club here in town, right? That's just not going to fly. Even my audience would smirk at the fact that if I ever tried to do something like that and it wasn't a troll, you know what I mean? Like if I was doing it to troll, that'd be hilarious.
You're not a troll?
I invented the troll. Our generation fucking invented that shit. But you know, just generically speaking, you know, it's going to be a dirty brick wall bar that we're doing the Jungles parties at, and I love it. You know what I mean? And the crowd loves it too. Like they want the smoke billowing out from the basement fucking parties, right? That's what we're going for. And the warehouse vibe too as well. So I'm all for it.
That 12.916 Junglist was tight.
What's that?
That 12.916 Junglist was tight.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, doing that warehouse party was legit. That was a good time.
Yeah.
We did a warehouse party just before, like the year, like 2018 or 2019.
It was 2019, right. And it was like the middle of August because the next day I went to Burning Man.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and it was I remember going to that and then leaving the next day.
Yeah, that was fun. We did it was like an art creative space called Dwell Point, and we did a warehouse party there. Thanks to Chris for helping hook that up. And we went all night. We went till fucking like 6 a.m. And the only way that you could find your way to the event was to call a voicemail line. There was no Facebook link. There was no
going 90s with it.
Yeah. You had to call a voicemail line and get directions. It was fun.
I can find all the fucking visual. I took some video of that. I could find that pretty quick here.
Word up.
InfoLens is the coolest way to do things.
It was so much fun.
Good.
Yeah, it was super fun. Totally playing into the retro, right? Big up Amber Lee. Thank you for gifting a tier 1 to Carlos Scalata. That's a good look. Hopkins says he's in the chat or he's in the Zoom right now. 10 months of tier 1, homie. Thank you, sir. Can you believe it's been 10 months? Jesus.
Crazy.
I know it. Dinah Rada, appreciate the follow. And Bethany, the homie 916 Junglette. How you doing, Bethany?
We had the giant kaleidoscope and the big warehouse with the 916 Junglist on there.
Yeah, so we had that was like a giant kaleidoscope. There's like a 2-person. It took 2 people to operate it. 1 person to look through those peephole.
Fucking party with the lights and shit.
Yeah, it was legit, bro. It was legit. We had a good ass time. We had this the kaleidoscope, and you spin the other person to spin the other side, and you can look through it. And then we had this background behind me is from another 916 Jungles party, but we had a giant mural for that one as well. And it was a guy that was holding a spray paint can, and we cut the hole out for the cap and shot cryo through the hole, so it looked like every now and then he was shooting like smoke out of the spray paint can. Like just doing crazy shit like that, right? It's always a good time.
It's funny, the best parties that kind of like dip into all, dare I say, the elements of hip hop into their party, graffiti and dancing and obviously music, DJing, emceeing are like the best parties. But man, I feel like I would love to just Pied Piper a bunch of people that like live their musical life like a sheep and just be like, this is a taste of what you're missing.
Right. And
I know it would just blow up in my face and they'd be like, fuck off, give me Drake. But there's a part of me deep inside that goes, man, like you guys and it doesn't even matter if it's drum and bass or hip hop or house or whatever. It's just like, there's so much more to an event than what I like to call here in Boston. The doors are open and the chairs are on the tables. Like
it's a safe bet, right?
That's the call to action here.
It's a safe bet to keep things on a surface level. And I understand that from a business standpoint. But one could argue coming out of this, there's got to be a couple of managers who have identified with a channel on Twitch that are going to be like, yo, I want to do this at the bar that we have. Like, I think that you're going to be able to have a decent door for our size of venue. And I feel like people are gonna be taking more risks like that in entertainment. When it comes entertainment going and when they open back up
with just the phone number on it.
Yeah.
Fucking poster that I made for that shit.
Yeah. There was no lineup. There was nothing. It was just a picture and a phone number, and you had to fucking call the phone number. It was straight old school style.
Yeah. It was all spiraled and fucking photo papered looking.
What's up, Canada Base?
Those were the days.
That was 2 years ago. That was in August of 2019, dude. We fucking brought all the nostalgia back. Yeah, it was such a good time. Oh man, good times.
We're gonna do hella shit, Billy. People have been starting hitting me up, being like, "We can't wait till we're open again so we can book you." And we're gonna do some weird shit, Billy. It's gonna be fucking tight.
Motown on Mondays is for sure coming back.
That's for sure coming back.
916 Junglist already has 2 events planned.
I want to talk to you about that actually, Billy.
Okay.
About because we were gonna have one here in Boston, and it was like right around when they started the DC one, and then I don't know what happened. It just didn't come to fruition. Yeah.
Chris
Hit
is the
me
person
up,
to
man.
talk
I
to.
can connect you with that.
Yeah, connect with Hopkins.
I'm good friends with the founder in San Francisco. He's got a green light, all this shit. He might even come out to Boston and open.
Well, we had briefly talked about it because he was like, "Yo, man," he's like, "just as long as we can get like the crew to come through and play there." I was like, "Dude, I got a venue lined up. It's perfect." And then just we'll have to definitely chat about because I'd definitely love to get a Boston one up.
Yeah, for sure. Hit me up. We'll fucking make that happen as soon as the world is back.
I'll tell you, when doing a lot of open format type gigs, when I say open format, I mean where you're, catering to a club environment on the weekends. It was really rejuvenating and just awesome to do Motown on Mondays. And Epic and I always would have this conversation every week. Like, man, I'm so glad that my weekend ends on Motown on Mondays. Like, no matter what you go through the weekend to like cater to your business or like gigs that you may or may not have the best time at, like Motown on Mondays being the end of that work week was like always so great. Like it really helped your spirit a lot. If you guys are, pay attention to that kind of shit, it really did help a lot. It kept me motivated for sure. While we have a couple more people in the room, it is that time again to say congratulations to my man Aiden Scott for making Twitch motherfucking partner. What's up, man? Yo, everybody say big up Aiden Scott in the chat.
I can't even see the chat right now. I'm on my phone right now. I can't see the chat. Can I see the chat somehow on my phone?
One more.
It's on affiliate only, Aiden.
Crew.
The chat's on
the chat is
only.
affiliate only. Sorry, bro. Yeah, you're not going to be able to.
Shit.
No partners in the chat.
No partners allowed.
So if I do the chat on my phone, it takes over the whole screen.
Oh, word.
Can't do it.
Oh well, it is what it is.
I'll have to catch the replay.
Big up your moms. Big up David Xavier. Big up Spire.
Your moms.
Yeah, your mom's a huge supporter of this channel. Big up Nikki Painter. Appreciate you.
I'm redeeming low ballot bro drink tokens.
Holy smokes. Who has of the working DJs in the chat and in the Zoom, who has that big fucking stack of drink tickets from like various venues and shit that you've acquired from your
and bracelets?
Yeah, and bracelets. Yeah.
I just always make friends with the bartender and just do it that way.
Right.
I'd hand them out to people though, because I was like, I didn't DJ Motown. I was just a promoter. I started that party before I ever DJ'd, so I'd hand out the tokens to people that showed up every week and shit like that.
Cannabis says he uses the fuck out of them there. That shit's done, that shit's gone by the first hour, yo. So first thing I wanted to talk about, I attended a pretty large Zoom meeting today. And the meeting was with Serato and a Sony RCA rep. And there was 2 parts to this meeting. The first part was with G-Eazy, and he was debuting a new single that he was pushing out there. And this was his way of trying to directly connect with the DJ market. And
was it from the Pokemon soundtrack?
No, it wasn't. I already forgot the name of the song. Not in my wheelhouse, honestly. But I respect him for like coming up with innovative ways to try to directly reach DJs. It's super dope to see him there. They didn't really talk about DMCA or anything like that. They didn't really want to go into that, I guess. But they were heavily promoting his single, which was great and all. I sat through that. That was awesome. And then the second half was Serato talking about their new beta and what the future plans are for this new release. And for those that have been watching the show, y'all know that I've been kind of bagging on Serato for not being Big Sur compatible yet, even though they've had since basically August to November to develop the app. And then, and now with all of the other major DJ software out there starting to state Big Sur compatibility, people were starting to wonder, WTF Serato, right? And so Serato has this Zoom meeting. I think that sounds interesting. Went and jumped in there. There's about 70 people in the Zoom. Drops down to about 45 once it's Serato's turn. Everyone was there to catch the G-Eazy promo and bounce, right? And so they start talking about a couple of things that are currently working in Serato and a couple of things that are in the beta that I want to talk to some Serato users in here. I'm admittedly a record box DJ user, but I know that at least Joshua Carl and Aiden and a few other of you in here are heavy Serato users. So we'll get into that. And so they talked about the new features in Serato. They talked about beat source and beat port link a little bit. And then they were talking about the future plans with beat source and beat port link. And so the first thing I wanted to talk about with Serato is their direct connection into OBS using what's it called? A virtual audio device is what it's called.
I show you is what they recommend. I show you.
Right. Yeah. And so Joshua Carl, if you can give us a little bit of a rundown on how that works and how it is useful to a DJ who uses Serato and his streaming on Twitch, if you could, please.
Yeah, it's super easy because guys like me and Aiden, a lot of us, actually, and I think he still does one computer, but a lot of us have been told the 2-computer system is the way to go, which means if you're going to do video DJing or any other kind of DJing, you have to send both your video and audio signals to the second computer, which has gotten most people in the frame of mind of I need my Mac and then I need my streaming computer. But if you're just doing one camera and you're keeping it really simple, you can go into the settings and select send my audio inside the computer using, and then you download, I think it's free or it's like $9. You use iShowU Capture. And then when you open up OBS on that same computer, you just select iShowU Capture as your audio input. And then you can do that there. The way I use it, actually, and I think we've talked about this before, is when I'm away. I have a luxury hotel that's still in play. And the few times that I've played there is I bring my little 922 web camera, plug it into my Mac, get a video of me, and then go from Serato into OBS Ninja directly. And then I send those both from Serato iShowU Capture and my camera back home to my computer. And then I broadcast from my computer because I made hotkeys to, start stream, stop stream, change cameras and things like that remotely. So there's a lot more things you can do.
That's sick, by the way. That's super dope.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
You
created your own remote hop.
My own remote server, exactly. Yeah. And OBS Ninja is always improving. So when I first tried it, it was a little janky. The audio was a little janky. The guys caught wind of it and they fixed a lot of things. Now, it's super easy. If you've never used OBS Ninja, it is probably one of the easiest interfaces to use.
You can get deep here for sure.
Yeah, you can get deep with it and change a bunch of stuff, but on its surface, you can do that too. But I mean, I think the take home point is people that were afraid to stream, or maybe they weren't working. A lot of DJs just were not working and couldn't justify, dude, like $100 for an audio card is a lot. Like for somebody who's making no money and probably is going to make no money from streaming, it's a lot to ask. So being able to reroute that audio within the computer without buying Loopback or any of the other Soundflower, I think the other ones, a lot of people did because there's no option at that point. Right. We had no alternative. But now that that's out, you can easily stream from one computer, especially if you're just doing audio. Like if you're not doing music videos or your own visuals, it's so easy. Even just to do music, like
what if you're like me and have three cameras and audio on one computer?
Do it from home.
Yeah. Or bring another PC from your remote location.
Well, that's when you get into the Goat Nation lunch boxes. You know, you bring one of those with you, and
or
you
one
do
of those
the mobile.
ATEMs. If you're mixing a few video sources, you can use like one of those ATEMs, and then it'll consolidate it all into one feed. And you can bring that into your OBS that way. The ATEM Mini.
But I've heard
ATEM...
with the ATEMs, you can only have one camera feed at a time, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Right, and the picture-in-picture is predetermined. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, depending on what your production needs are. You know, I mean, if you start getting heavy into the production needs, where you you start getting complicated with things.
What's funny is that this kind of tiptoes into a new way to stream on Twitch, and I've talked to a couple guys about this too, is doing like the no mic stream or the silent streams. Mm-hmm. I know DJ Fly does it. A couple other guys do it too.
No, he's friend. Big up.
When you're in the club, you don't want to be on another microphone talking to the chat, because the manager's going to be like, what, who are you talking to? Like, why are you got all this shit going? I'm paying you to, you know what I mean? You don't want to have that conversation. So I was like, man, it'd be cool to have
totally
like
wear the lapel mic and just have it running hot the whole time.
And then just people just think you're crazy.
Yeah.
You're sitting there just talking to yourself, be like,
hey guys, I'm about to drop a dope one.
Yeah. Like, oh shit, here comes that chick again, or this is gonna be.
Or you get a hype train, you start jumping around, freaking out. Meanwhile, like there's some soft rock playing at 9:05.
Here comes Chet, the frat boy. He wants to hear that fucking song that I haven't played yet. Watch, here he comes. Watch.
That would be that would be funny though.
Drake song again. What's the over under that he asked for that Drake song again? Chat. Like,
yo, you could start a whole thing with let's cap on the person coming to the DJ booth. Like have the camera facing the place where they come up, and then just be like, okay, here they come, and then just let the chat just go nuts, just cutting them down. And then if they have a good request,
I would subscribe to that channel.
You can joke with them, and if you use the prediction thing, like, okay, here comes this guy. Is he going to predict? Is he going to play house or hip hop? What's he going to ask for?
Right.
And then if the chat gets it right, because the predictive thing is actually pretty wild.
Pretty funny.
I know we haven't done it too much here, but you can do some fun stuff.
You can do some fun stuff with it, right? I watch a lot of Street Fighter channels here, so they do predictions for all the way down to the rounds, but usually it's a prediction for the matches. And it's fun because the channel points get tossed around, and you can like throw your points out there and see what comes back. It's pretty funny. Oh, you at the waiting room? My bad. Cannabase, here you come. Oh, Ratfing's coming in. Word up. Cannabase, I don't see you in the waiting room. Try it again. If you're just locking in, this is DJ's Not DJing. We do this every single Wednesday, starting at 6:16 p.m. Pacific, 9:16 p.m. Eastern. See what we did there on the 916 Junglist channel. Right now, we're just shooting the shit. Want to remind everybody, we're actually celebrating 1 year of DJ's Not
awesome.
DJing.
Hey.
Oh wait, this is DJ's Not DJing. I'm out of here.
Get the wrong spot.
Because I thought this was the cool one.
Oh,
It is exactly. It's not yet. But it's
Did I hear that Aiden Scott got partner? Is that what I heard?
yes.
No.
Right.
Oh, who? What?
No.
Somebody did.
We're going to be
Okay.
celebrating 1 year on a special date and time. I
Congrats.
finish my spam. 1 year
Thank
special
you.
date and time.
Sorry. Sorry,
Starting at 1 p.m. Pacific on Monday, this coming Monday, the 15th. And our special guest interviewee is going to be the one and only Mojax. Super excited to have Mojax on here. And I can't wait to talk some shop, talk about gear. I want a little bit of an origin on Mojax. I don't really do that every time with an interview, but I want to get a little bit of a backstory on Mojax, hear where he's coming from. And I can't wait to pick his brain. Definitely one of the most influential people in our space when it comes to learning about new gear, new tech, and somebody that I consider very influential when it comes to my decision making on new hardware and software updates and things like that. So looking forward to picking his brain. Big up Mojax. That's going to be this Monday, March the 15th, 1 p.m. Pacific. That's 4 p.m. East Coast time.
This Monday.
This Monday, not just Monday that just happened.
I was there. I was ready.
I was here, guys. I was in the chat, like, yo, bring them out.
Yeah.
That brings
I
up a
was in
good topic.
Discord. Like,
And
what's happening?
Man in a Bag brought this up in the Discord. Shameless plug for the 916 Junglist Discord. He brought it up in the DJ's Not DJing Discord. He asked the crew, what is your general policy when it comes to flyering your events online? It's including how early do you start doing it? Do you do it all month? Do you do it the day of? Do you do it a week before? And how often are you doing it in between other types of posts where it's not necessarily a solicitation? I want to throw that out to the room and throw it out to the chat. How often are you guys posting flyers, and how long are you hyping up a specific day or stream on your channel?
I think it depends on the thing. If it's like a weekly thing, I usually only post day of. But if it's like a special event, something that's gonna like only happen once, so I'll promote it a couple weeks out.
I think most people have a really short attention span of what's happening.
Yeah, totally.
And again, like as you just said, if it's a weekly thing, I'll usually promote it the day of. But if it's a special monthly thing or something, I'll usually maybe drop something a month before, and then maybe 2 weeks before, and then a week before, and then the day of. But like anytime I ever see somebody promote something every day,
right?
Yeah,
it's kind of a turnoff in a way. It's a little bit of a turnoff.
I agree. I think if you put yourself, go ahead.
I was gonna say too, he's talking about short attention span. I actually try to promote my day of stuff as close to possible as me being live. I'll go live and then post. You know, like
I do that. Yeah, especially on Facebook.
Worthless, you know, like.
Most people are gonna like see your post and then put it in their calendar. That's not gonna happen. But if you post while you're live, and you say, "Hey, I'm live right now. Click this link." They might click over.
Yeah.
What have you guys found with the? I know we briefly talked about this, but with doing that on the Facebook algorithm, if you put a link in your initial post, Facebook
don't.
You got to put in the first comment. Yeah. But are you guys still seeing good results from that, or do you think they're catching on?
The other day I actually started a fight on Facebook about some shit, and then got like 100 comments, and I was like, all right, I'm stepping away from this, and I'm going live on Twitch.
Nice.
Throw a little bait out there, like put a little comment out there you know is going to spark something, and then at the end just hit him with the link.
Were you talking about Dr. Seuss? Were you talking about Dr. Seuss?
And then at the end just...
I don't remember. It was something.
By the way,
Were you talking about Dr. Seuss?
Somebody's speaker is up kind of loud.
On it.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out. I muted him.
That shit was funny.
Cannabase, you're monitoring too loud. You had us in an infinite loop there.
I'm gonna go off video real quick because I'm gonna eat some food.
Okay, you can eat food.
Oh no, we want to watch.
Food on video. That's the best part.
I am.
What
very
does Rat
close
think?
to
What does
Lauren
he
making
have
that me,
for his backup picture? What a dick, dude. He put up that stupid ass Sacramento News and Review picture. What a dick. I love
I'm still here.
I know you are. I know you are.
Oh,
I
nice.
just want to eat on camera, but put that photo of you there.
Yeah, that was the only reason.
I don't understand. I don't even remember making that pose. And I'm pretty sure that they used that because that was the only like bit of emotion that I showed during that photo shoot. What they wanted, what it was for was for the Sacramento News and Review Sammy Award winners or something like that. I think I was nominated for an award here in town.
Remember when we were on Fox at like 7 a.m.?
yeah, all that good stuff. Press, local press.
Yeah.
And so they call me in for a photo shoot, and they're like, smile, and I wasn't smiling. I was like, this is how I smile. Take the fucking picture. And I'm pretty sure that they just caught me doing that, like mid conversation. I was saying something, or they you know how they do it. They break your coolness by just having a casual conversation with you. Then they catch that candid something. Aiden Scott knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
So they caught me.
I know what you're talking about. See, they did you kind of dirty though.
They did me fucking dirty, is what I'm trying to say, dude.
It was stupid. It's not as
I love it.
What am I doing there, dude? The DJ hands, like, yeah.
When I worked at a tattoo shop, there was this old lady that had this morning show where you would like ask her questions and she would respond. And there was a fucking bit in there with me with no shirt pointing at my nipple piercings, as if she wanted to come in and get her nipples pierced. That shit was fucking ridiculous. That was on TV.
So another thing they're talking about with the reeling it back in, like I like to do. Another thing they're talking about with in this Serato meeting that I was in, this pretty special, cool little Serato meeting. Big up to DJ Oasis for bringing that to my attention. was this HID mode with the new phase with HID. And I wanted to, there we go. I'm waiting for it. I wanted to talk about that with Aiden and with Joshua Carl. So far, no good. What are you guys' thoughts on that? How's it working out?
I actually I Instagrammed about it, and phase. So I've tweeted at phase before with no response, and it wasn't until I posted a story about phase on my Instagram that phase's Instagram people hit me up directly, because the new beta, like I've been using phase since I pre-ordered it before it came out. It took forever to come out. And then when it came out, it was buggy as shit. And then it finally got a little bit better. And then they released the new beta, which I know Josh has been on for a long time, but now like us plebs have it.
The common folk, right? Yeah.
And the common folk have it now. And so I got the phase beta and I got the Serato beta, and man, it got worse. I would literally be on stream playing something, and I'd be like at plus 10 BPM or something, and all of a sudden phase would go back to like -1 just by itself, just going back. I'd be like in the middle of the mix, and one record would go from like 128 beats per minute to 120, and it was just bad. Like it was unusable bad in a loud situation. Obviously, Josh has more insight to this than me, but apparently, if you're in a loud environment, and I usually have my monitors cranked.
I had to level my turntables out.
Yeah. I'm also one of my phase remotes actually, if you've ever had a device that the battery was faulty and bulged, one of my phase remotes bulged. And yeah,
they're supposed to give you a new one for that. You should be able to.
Yeah, seriously, the people on Instagram, phase Instagram, actually sent me the proper links to send my shit back and get new ones. So I finally have the tech support that I wanted from them. But the product right now in beta, I would not recommend upgrading to beta right now.
Yeah. Here's what I can tell you.
The age-old thing to do. This has been around for Serato on a Mac forever. Is to rename your existing Serato with the version number that you're using, and then install the new Serato, and then you'll always have the ability to roll back. Yeah.
Yeah. The Serato beta is okay. It's the beta for the phase. It has its own hardware software. Gotcha. And for those that don't know, they basically did away with the RCA cable. So now the signal's no longer coming.
Oh yeah, thanks for clarifying that.
Sorry. Where they used to go into the back. Now there is no more of that. They're HID, much like a CDJ can be put in HID mode. And like Aiden said, they're not quite great at loud volume yet. But here's the real thing that's even hard for me to remember. The important thing with the beta, and this is coming from 15 years of beta testing for these companies. If you guys have issues, you need to go into the beta forums and raise hell. Like you have to. It's kind of like, like complaining about something and then not taking it to the person that can fix it. That was my first thing. I got this. I did one show, and just like Ian said, my monitors, I got 2 Event 20s and a sub. And as soon as I turned it up, I watched BPMs just fucking change. And I'm like, guys, what the hell? And they're like, oh, turn on Boost Radio. I'm like, all right, I'll try that. If you guys remember, years ago, they had maybe years ago, they had a slider. So if you knew you were in a noisy environment, you could turn your slider up at the cost of some battery life, but you wouldn't get as much interference. They basically made that a button now. Turn the button on, same thing. Then the other thing they did, which is actually amazing, they made a recalibration on the fly tool. So when your actual unit, let me grab one real quick.
Unit.
Yeah, grab your unit. when this is on the turntable,
I'm here for the good commentary.
His unit.
Yeah.
This little spot between the light and the hole, giggity. You just double tap it, and it recalibrates to 0. So you move your turntables to 0. You double tap this.
Sometimes.
Well, I mean, it's a rhythm tap thing.
So how
you know
often
what I mean?
are
Like
you finding yourself tapping during like a 4-hour set?
Yeah.
tonight, I played for 2 hours. I didn't do it once, but I didn't really crank my monitors like I usually do.
Okay, on the other end of that scale, have you had to do it multiple times in a night?
Yeah,
I have.
Picture you.
You know how many times they do it with? Do you know how many times they do it with needles? Though 0.
Yeah.
I actually went back to needles. I actually bought new green Serato vinyl, and I'm back to needles until the next Serato beta or phase beta comes out.
The biggest thing for me with these is, and I'm a needle hound too, is all my venues when they rebuilt their booths put subs in the booths, and I have MK stands, I have surgical feet, I have the little ashtrays with the rubber going across them. It didn't matter, especially being a guy who cuts.
The hamburger buns. You seen that picture?
The phase is a lot more practical when it comes to gigging out in the world, because there's all kinds of environments where you can't isolate a turntable. So if you're using a turntable as your vehicle to deliver the music, you're going to run into things like, first of all, the age-old thing that has been, keep saying age-old. Another drink, Billy. One of the OG things that used to happen with vinyl is you would get the feedback loop from the bass when the track would break down and it would feedback on the needle. That can still potentially sort of happen with DVS when you have a lot of vibration on the stage and things like that. You lose your signal and it fucks up your ability to control the sound, right? So, or the song. And so in this situation, phase is great because it isolates everything down to a nice clean tone. You're working in internal mode. It's more like a controller at that point when it comes to the signal. It's solid as fuck, right? There's no phasing the phase. But hey, I could still think of something after all this, Jameson. It's going to get even worse. But in this environment where we're all home with like our really, what are we monitoring with? Some studio monitors, maybe a top for a mobile DJ speaker, right?
I got a real speaker.
Right. And we're on a solid foundation for the most part. It's not a hollow stage or anything like that we're setting up on top of. And all that stuff plays into account, where you don't really need the phase hardware right now. But it's definitely something that's going to be useful in the future, because you and I actually talked about this last week, Joshua Carl, where you would not having to have the RCA cables means you can put the phase anywhere, which is super dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it would come in handy at Motown. Yep. People always grinding on that fucking table.
You know what would be super dope is like if you could just get rid of that. I mean, a new version of phase that is literally just a USB dongle or even a software dongle that's built into the fucking thing, and it disconnects over using your internal Bluetooth.
Man, if one of these companies like just bought them, like I'm just going to throw this out there because I'm a Rain DJ, but if In Music bought phase and then just put phase into their next battle mixer, it would be a wrap.
Bradford just finding like all my really good promo shots.
I'm enjoying the slideshow of you smiling.
That's my taco neck promo shot. That's my headshot. That's me trying to like get a gig on a sitcom as like the Charles in Charge reboot. And then
you look like you're on the sheet opening for Dane Cook for a MySpace party in 1997.
That's an old ass promo pic, yo.
An episode of Friends.
That shit is mad old.
Listen, Billy. You got 15 minutes before Dane comes out. Don't mention Facebook or MySpace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Salute y'all. Having a good time tonight. This is fun.
Who drinks Jameson straight?
This guy.
Yes.
Neat.
It's good for you.
When I drink, it's like that and water maybe, but yeah.
So far the phase HID is not ready. Now the full version of this, they said that it's going to be out in April. Sometime in April is the shot for this. So, and that also includes Big Sur compatibility, and they know I've been giving.
Phase is not good at making deadlines.
Yeah. That's something they're notorious for, is missing a deadline for sure.
You know, it's kind of serendipitous that right when Shure announced that the 44.7s weren't going to be in production anymore, that phase came along, because I bought Chicos and I use them, and I have like 4 different sets of orthophones. But the other thing is that you can use any record with it. So even if you don't have control vinyl or you're not a collector of control vinyl, you can just go grab any 2 records and use them.
Here's a cool feature that I didn't know, that now that it phase is connecting over HID, it shows the battery life
on screen
on the screen in Serato DJ of your phase remotes. That's pretty cool. Apparently that was not a feature until this newer update. It seems pretty handy to be able to see that all on your main interface that you're looking at all the time, right?
It's also nerve-wracking. It's kind of like the numbers when you're on Twitch. Like, don't look at the numbers because you'll just get in your own head about how I'm playing. When you see those numbers going down, the right one's at like 60, but the left one's at like 98.
Oh yeah,
you're like, what,
I could see what you're
what
saying.
am I doing?
Dude,
am I
wait,
really?
Hang on, Josh. Is your right remote always lower than your left?
Yeah, because I'm a constant queuer.
Dude, what? That's same with mine. My right side phase is always using more battery than my left side.
That's interesting.
Well, my right side hand is chirps,
You're
the
sending
chirps
more
and
signal.
the real fast short ones, and on the left side it's drags and tears and orbits and flares. So it's longer, slower movements, and on this side it's quicker movements. So
Understood.
makes sense.
We're all biased towards one side. I'm stronger.
I'm pretty ambidextrous.
I'm stronger.
I'm not good, but I'm ambidextrous.
I can go both sides. I'm
can't
stronger
scratch.
with
You can
my
say both
left
ways.
hand on the
Wait,
sixes.
Billy,
Yeah.
do you do both Jay and Jane?
They. What is it? What is the rest of that saying? Something same. I know that rhymes with the same as the rhyme word. It all just means the same or something like that. Was it?
Hey, Billy,
do
it's
both
your
Jay
mugshot
and Jane.
now on Ratfink.
Is Ratfink back yet? Oh, that's the other dude. Okay. Oh God,
I've been here.
dude. Okay.
I think keeps changing these pictures every minute.
Let me explain to you the picture that Ratfink has in his. This is pretty funny actually. He's trolling hard right now. This guy right here, his name is Billy Lane, and
Yep.
he's a famous motorcycle Yeah, we're gonna have another shot. Motorcycle builder in Florida. He builds custom hogs.
That dude looks like he's from Florida.
And he's very much more of a celebrity than I am.
He was on TV
and will ever be. Yeah, he's on TV. Exactly. He's on Discovery Channel or or something at one time. And so he's like Indian Larry and Billy Lane, right? And so I'll tell you a funny story. This is actually great. There's a biker bar here in town, okay? And somebody decided, my homie, actually Bennett is in the chat maybe, threw a party at this biker bar. Big up Bennett if he's still in the chat. Big up Mike. Dude, Mike, are you in here? He threw this party at a biker bar. And it was supposed to be a drum and bass party. And he made this flyer that said, Billy Lane is going to be playing at this bar. Or going to be at this bar. And all these bikers saw the flyer. He's still here. Perfect. What's up, Mike? All these bikers, they saw the flyer and they thought it was this guy, Billy Lane, the famous guy from Florida who builds custom motorcycles. And so a bunch of them stuck around because they thought they were going to be meeting the famous Billy Lane. And the unfortunate reality was that instead, not only were they not getting the famous Billy Lane, but some local guy named Billy Lane.
Yeah.
Playing drum and bass.
It was also drum and bass night when it's like bikers, like hardcore leather jacket wearing like biker dudes.
Rad.
At a biker bar.
That's awesome, dude.
And so I had to live up to that. It's my turn to go up on stage and like, this is my crowd, right? Like what? I mean, I'm just like, it's just so much disappointment that they have to get ready for, right? And so
You're
like,
not Billy Lane,
right? And so like, I go up there and I'm like, my name's Billy Lane. No, I'm not the famous biker builder. Let's have some fun. And I think my first song was Bad to the Bone. Like,
Oh shit.
and I just went on a straight like Montrose bad motor scooter and like stupid like motorcycle biker type shit. And then I started going into like the typical shit, the AC/DC type rock anthem, you know what I mean, type of thing. And that's funny. Okay. The regulars are just not into the music, he says. It's funny that they think they're disappointed to learn that we're just Billy Lane. Word up, man. But
Did you ever play drum and bass for them?
Well, it's funny, you totally did the Blues Brothers move. Like, aren't you a Bluegrass Boys or whatever? Sure, that's us. We can do that.
There might as well have been chicken wire in front of me, and they might as well have been ready to throw fucking beer bottles at my face. It was definitely one of those kind of bars, dude. Like, I was...
That's what we got to do when we come back. First 916 show is just all chicken wire over the DJ booth.
Play Rawhide.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Be right back remixing.
Yeah.
Let's download that real quick.
Salute. Oh, word up. At least they knew my name, says Nikki, right? Yeah. They were down, actually. They were down. They had a good time. People were happy. Like I made the necessary pivot in order to not like
Get beat up.
not get beat up. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Not end up in a friggin' swamp.
Yeah.
In gators.
Yeah.
It's A Dog Scott.
Yes. Everyone say hi to Kai.
What up, Kai?
Hey, Kai.
Oh,
who's your good puppy?
Who's
your good puppy?
All right, moving
So,
right along.
Were you saying that phase with HID isn't good? Is that the consensus? Or?
Well, it's still in beta, so there's some things that are going to work
With
out.
the release date not scheduled until April. Which is technically
in the right
weeks
environment.
Away, right? So
in the right environment, it's fine.
Okay.
You know, but if you're going to blast your speakers, which most of us do, then that's not quite there yet.
Okay. Yeah, because I was Capital J was actually using those in HID.
Yep.
On Saturday, I remember him saying that.
Was he?
Yeah. So he didn't seem to have any problems. I don't think he was at home though. So I don't
he went
think
all the way until the batteries
ridiculous
ran out. It was
yeah, dude,
gangster, dude.
like 8.5 hours. Like we rated at
Still
like
love that video, man.
6.5.
Yeah, we rated him at 6.5 hours, and then he went all the way to for another 2.5, 3 hours after that.
Yeah,
It was super dope.
and he's in Ontario, so he was like it was like dawn.
Canadians, man, we do it up.
Yeah.
That was super dope. In fact, let's cue up that real quick. I had no shame.
I love this clip so much. I could like anytime I'm feeling down, this is the clip
Just
I'm gonna
watch
go
that.
to. Be like, yeah, everything's fine.
Oh,
Yeah, it's great.
Let me bring it up here. It might go black for a second.
Carla is actually from London, Ontario, but plays Toronto all the time.
There he is. All right, let's watch this. This is us over here. In case y'all are looking for us, we're
Was this that huge raid?
Yeah.
It's just a quick clip of us raiding into Capital J with 100 plus on Saturday. Capital J up in Toronto, so it's plus 3 hours. So it's about 5 a.m. his time when we hit him, and he had been going for 6.5 hours and was probably going to call it. And then we hit him hard.
Yeah,
this is reaction.
We watch the rumble in the jungle. Yo, what?
His face, man, priceless.
Yo, I just got raided.
That was so awesome.
We got the 916 crew, Junglist crew. This is insane.
He looks so happy.
Right? This part right here, I love this. Someone's showing in the chat. He's like,
Massive
whoa.
respects. Oh my gosh.
I love when he mouths holy
I was
shit.
not expecting this.
Right here.
It's like when Gouda this week rated E-Rock with over 100 people, and he was so happy during his lunch hour. It was so awesome.
Super dope.
Oh yeah.
Shouts out to Legend Capital J. That felt great, man. He was fucking having a great time with the chat, and we hit him hard. I told the chat when we were going out that we should spam his shit like super hard. So when we hit him, you know how it is when a raid, it just starts fucking going. So he was probably like, yeah, this is dope. Big up Capital J.
Gouda rated into me 2 weeks ago with 77 people. It was insane.
Dude,
Right,
Gouda's
it is
thing this
insane.
weekend is going to be great.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm late on having my Gouda bot command. I'll have that ready on Friday. But he is doing a super dope event where he's cutting his hair, which is incredible because the dude has hair down like all the way down his back. And he's donating it to charity. I don't have the specifics because I'm a terrible host. Let me get it up on my screen real quick here.
Little Prince or something. I'm pretty sure.
I'll get it up here. Give me a second.
It's part of the Flex TV Fridays. He's the last person on Friday to do it. If I remember right.
And that's the one where everybody's playing like different genres, right?
I'm part of it from 9 to 11 p.m. I'm on after Stitchy, I think.
I played on Flex Friday last Friday, and I got to play what I usually play. So it's not that there is an event going on where people are playing what they don't usually play, and that is, I think, this Saturday.
Yeah, I think that's this one.
That's the one. Yes, let me find it. I'm trying to find it right now. I almost have the graphic up. There's like a whole asset folder that I have open right now, and I'm trying to find the one with all the info. Okay, this is the one that I found. Let me see if I can get this up on the screen. So it says, let me just cover us for a second here. Oops, this one. So it says, Gouda's Make a Chance, March 12th. Fundraiser for the Little Make a Change. Sorry. Fundraiser for Little Princess Trust. The event begins at 1 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. UK time, GMT, Greenwich Munich time, whatever the fuck it's called. At Twitch TV/GoudaDNB. Now, what's going to happen is all of these artists are going to be playing music that is different than they're normally playing on their channels.
Nice.
So it starts with Catch 22 playing boom bap and backpack hip hop. Abstract is going to be playing trance. Confusions is going to be playing psychedelic stuff. Man Like Deep is going to be not doing a talk show and doing a jungle set, actual DJ jungle set.
First time ever, I think. First on Twitch, at least.
Maddie B going there saying he's going to play an hour of happy hardcore. Get it, my son.
Anabolic frolic.
Okay, I get you. Billy Lane going to be playing sweet, sweet reggae music. I'm going to be on from 9 to 11 p.m. Pacific on Friday. Shameless plug. That night of Taco Rewind is going to be all reggae. I'm calling it La Bamba Clot.
Do you hear that?
Big up.
I love that name.
That's a stretch.
The Bamba Clot.
Gypsy Kid doing a 2-hour set of dark minimal techno. Vinyl's doing some break beats. Crypto Shell says he's doing some 140 BPM old school dubstep. Curly Roller is going to be having a chat with Gouda, and then Gouda is going to be cutting his hair and doing his stream. So yeah, should be interesting. Should be dope, actually.
Then we're doing a huge raid the next day.
I gotta get on the email list for these.
Right?
Junglist.
Yeah, you would be great for these, doing breakbeat stuff. Like, that would be perfect. And big up to all those who love, like, all forms of music. That's kind of what we're talking about here. I think one of the stereotypes that the drum and bass fans get often is that we only like a certain kind of music. And the reality is that we love all kinds of music so much that we like this weird ass shit called drum and bass as well. And this is just where we all ended up, right? And so I love the fact that everybody here is taking a chance with playing different genres in their channels and you know, broadening the horizons with our music appreciation. Super dope.
We like all kinds of music, but with fast drums under it.
Yeah, exactly. It can be whatever you want as long as there's an amen and a fucking 808.
I feel like there's a bunch of junglists that only listen to jungle.
There's that in every genre. That's part of what makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got bass in the name. I'm down with it.
Doing klezmer and bass.
Klezmer.
Call back to last night if you're watching.
Yes. Nice callback. All right, let's
So
get
Billy
into...
and crew, my dinner is served, so I must bid everyone adieu.
Big up Aiden Scott. One more time, Aiden Scott,
go.
making partner.
Congratulations. That's
Congratulations. That is a huge accomplishment. We are all very proud of you. High fives from everybody in the fucking Zoom.
Don't forget about Us little people.
Dude, I'm still a little person.
We're all with you, man. We're all 100% with you on this, man. Big up. Salute.
All right, I appreciate you guys. I'm probably still gonna be lurking, so don't say anything bad about me.
Ah, shit, guys, we can't do the second part of the show.
5-minute rule. 5-minute rule.
Take care, guys.
See you later.
The next segment's called Hayden Scott.
Yeah.
And we just make fun of him.
Right? It's all about hate and hating. Okay, let's move right along to our next little bit. This one is coming from Ratfink, actually. Ratfink found a deal on Amazon.
Okay, good one.
Yeah. Ratfink found a deal on Amazon for this cool. Let me put it up on the screen here and then show it in the chat. Give me a second. Whoops. That's it. Okay. Let me see. Up. Perfect. Into the chat it goes. Okay. Selfie ring light with tripod stand and phone holder.
I wish I saw that a week ago.
Right? That's pretty dope. This is good.
I actually grabbed this. It's the same thing without the ring
Let
light.
me get you on the camera. Go ahead.
Oh, but this one also has it has a rechargeable battery in it in the light apparently, and a Bluetooth remote.
Yep, I definitely. Well, I maybe I'll give this to one of my kids and buy that one because
I can't say how good it, the reviews. 4.5 I think is what it was, but there's a code too that I put in Discord, which is like 40% off or something. I think with tax and everything, it'll be like $14.
Dimmable ring light, and which is important. Making it dimmable is actually the important part, because it's not necessarily about being as bright as possible. The idea is to have an even lighting in order to have the desired effects. Then you can, even though my lighting is kind of shit right now, you can do things with the amount of light on one side versus the other to create the desired effect.
You get those creepy ring light eyes.
Right. Yeah, there's that. Especially if you wear glasses, ring lights are tough for those who wear glasses. So
did it have temperature too, or is it just one? Or do they have
let's take a look.
Does it have those gels?
Yeah,
Maybe.
It has 3 different colors.
Did I post the link in the
Sweet,
chat? Yeah, I did. Okay. Jesus, I just did it a second ago. Okay. It says dimmable ring light.
More Jameson.
This is not sponsored content, guys. I wish we were getting paid.
Yeah, they absolutely can pay us if they want to. They absolutely can.
Yeah.
360 degree adjustable, rechargeable battery, and Bluetooth control, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing looks cool. I have a
For
gimbal
$20,
that's
I mean,
great.
we spend $20 on less for sure, right? So it looks.
Let me get that code.
What gimbal do you have?
I
got a gimbal too.
Well, I was just gonna say why it pisses me off for live.
Is it Osmo? That's what I got.
It's Hoheim or something. It was like $100, and it's great if you're like walking around live streaming and holding, because it'll like focus on shit and like it's fucking awesome. But if you're not like actively holding it, it goes limp. So if you want to use this as a tripod to live stream, you have to like find the fucking weight and the balance and just like put your phone there and like not touch it.
They have a pill. It's a little blue pill. It'll stop it from going limp.
Oh yeah.
Dad jokes.
So Joshua, you have the Osmo?
Yeah, the Mobile 2. It's actually my wife got it for me.
I have the 3, but the
love
app
it?
sucks because it
Yeah, the
doesn't
app sucks.
do the live stream function.
Yeah.
It has it built in, but it's not enabled for the Osmo mobile.
So there's a guy on YouTube who does like how to shoot cinematic with your Osmo. And what he does is he puts the Osmo on the top of a lighting stand and he shoots like fake drone footage with it. And it looks amazing. So I watched all his videos and I shot, like I went down, I live like maybe 50 yards from the beach. And I went out and I shot all this like down near the beach. And I shot that shit. And it came out really, really, really good. I was still, if you guys get a chance and you're gonna shoot stuff, even if you just want it for a cam, because they have face tracking too, you just put it on something like one of these, and then you put it right in front of you. You turn on face tracking, and the gimbal will actually turn with your face if you're doing like straight to camera stuff, and you can get them used pretty cheap too.
I have a very
Evan,
special
didn't you
announcement
have
to make.
something? Didn't you have a face tracking thing, Kev?
Wait, What's
Did you
the
have, like, a
special
pin-
announcement?
Oh,
yeah,
21
sorry,
minutes ago, somebody named Fat Guy Eating Squidward's Arm followed us. Shouts out to
All
Fat
right.
Guy Eating Squidward's Arm. I think he probably maximized the character limit on a username with that one. Fat Guy
this is
Eating
the
Squidward's Arm. Shouts out. Appreciate you. Go ahead. Continue on. That's all.
this is
Well,
this
I
is
don't
the
see him in chat. He was gonna
Wait.
get a sub.
That's the face tracking?
this is the face tracking through NVIDIA broadcast.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it kind of works. All it does is you guys notice it's zoomed in, and then it just automatically moves for
Hands over.
Yeah.
you. It just pans. But I mean,
Kevin,
Yeah, so
didn't
I
you have
was-
something like
I
that,
was-
or was that
No,
like a
that's-
microphone?
So that's what I was talking about. So the app for the Osmo Mobile has face tracking, but they don't let you do live streaming with that
Through the app.
specific device through the app. So what I was doing was I was basically doing like AirPlay and then capturing that window.
You're doing a screen
which is
capture
not
over
as
the
good as
local
it was a
network.
clean output, you know?
yeah.
So it sucks.
There's going to be a delay on that too, that you're going to have to delay everything else to if you want it to all sync up.
Yeah.
which is a pain in the ass. To
Yeah.
get
Oh my
all
God,
synced
is it?
up.
Yeah, AirPlay is probably almost a full second. It's probably like 1,000 millisecond delay, so you have to
Right.
delay everything else to your slowest device. And if you have a second of delay, that's a kind of a pain in the ass to deal
Yep.
with. Yeah.
I don't even know where I put mine.
I put that discount 40% off code in the chat for that light. If
Oh,
anybody
nice.
is
Thanks, man.
interested.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thanks, Raffi.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Okay, here's the next one coming in hot. This one was hilarious, I thought. Before you get all worked up, there's a happy ending to this story. Twitch added a subscription refund option where you can request a refund if your reason is I just wanted to get a shout out.
I thought this was the Onion. Like, for real, I thought this was the Onion.
I thought this was the Onion too.
I was like, man, they are on the pulse as always.
That is so good. I thought this was somebody doing a parody shit as well. I thought this was fucking hilarious. But no, then somebody tweets and says, Twitch, we are doing our best to protect our streamers from trolls. Also, Twitch, here you go, trolls. Here's another zero cost way to troll the streamer. And they definitely verified that there was 100% a I just wanted to get a shout out option.
Yeah, it's literally on there.
It's really on there. That is so good. And so
I could get a refund for my sub earlier, is what you're telling me.
you can get a refund for your sub because you just wanted to get a shout out.
So no more shout outs until it's been 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the new
or it's a new thing.
So it makes sense why they're trying to do that, but
so funny.
Is there
so
I didn't get a shout out refund option?
is there? Yeah, I didn't get a shout. That's more realistic, right?
Yeah. What? You shout me out? Fuck that.
Right. That's pretty much what that's saying too. It's like they were trying to get a shout out and they didn't get it, and so they fucking want their refund on their fucking sub. So I mentioned that there's a happy ending to this, and there actually is. As an update, let me go back over here. There was a huge backlash on this, and Twitch immediately replies, "This info is used to improve the subscription experience for creators and subscribers. We did not intend it to make it seem like we were encouraging this behavior," meaning trollish behavior. "And based on the community feedback, we are removing the shout out option." And this just came across today, which is about 4 days after they announced it originally that they were adding.
Yeah, that's a bullshit apology. You know, like they didn't think anybody was gonna find it. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you basically can still do that. You just can't give that specific reason.
Right, but you know what? If you give somebody a silly thing that they can screenshot
Oh,
and
yeah, they
share,
can
then they'll
exploit
do
that.
it more. So
Oh yeah.
Twitch cares more about their creators than like YouTube does, or like most of these other services. Twitch seems to care a little bit, you know, like
Yeah, they do. And I feel like them like trying to implement things for the good mistakenly is it I think it's an honest mistake.
Yeah.
But it is fucking hilarious. And if I had the ability to like sub any of y'all and take it back for that reason and screenshot it, but between now and then, if I would have known about this, I would have done it to a few of y'all.
See?
Yeah, I would absolutely, but just for the screenshot, like that's fucking amazing. I would have put it on all of your guys' fucking profiles on your social networks, and it's been like all love with that shit.
Do it
That's
right
so
now.
good. I'm doing it right now. You know what I'm saying? That's right up our wheelhouse. And so, yeah, I get it. I totally get it. That's amazing though. And shouts out to Twitch for making an honest effort. I believe that they are. That's definitely true.
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, they just wanted to be silly.
Yeah.
They didn't think
Once
that through.
Once that got out, it destroys the whole reason of doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
So here's the hot topic right now, and I don't fully understand this, and I hope that some of y'all on the Zoom and Ratfink and stuff can help me out with this as well. This is something that just started with Twitch, and it says Twitch has added an automatic brand safety score, which grades how brand friendly every streamer is based on things like chat behavior, ban history, manual ratings by Twitch staff, games played, age, auto mod, and more. Goes on to say Twitch a couple of days ago added to their GQL internal API endpoints keyword to query the API. This is a little bit out of my wheelhouse. I can just read it though. For the brand safety score, which is sent to advertisers for ads, sponsors, and also probably ads, sponsors, and probably for bounty purposes.
I'm screwed.
Check this tweet's images for screenshots of the API. I'm gonna put this tweet up in the chat real quick, so you guys can.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
I'm gonna keep talking.
Like I think
there's more.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like there's like a couple Twitter links. I think. Yeah. Sorry.
The full list of factors that Twitch are tracking are age, whether the streamer is 18 plus, 21 plus, or not. I'm assuming that I'm in the not. Or maybe I'm 21 plus. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm in the not though. Also, it counts. They're looking for it tracks. Excuse me. Their Twitch is also tracking the manual rating given by Twitch staff. That's a new one for me. The ban history, the relationship the streamer has with Twitch. I'm not sure what that is either. Auto mod, whether or not auto mod is enabled and what level it is at. Partnership status is something to take into account. The ESRB rating of a game that could be being played on their channel, and whether or not the stream is set to mature. And then the last thing it has is an image of the code for the full details. I am not fully versed in this type of stuff, admittedly. And so if somebody wants to help me explain it, the way that I'm understanding it is that they're basically giving us like a credit score to potential advertisers, and advertisers are looking at that and choosing who they want to advertise, which channels they want to appear on, which ones they don't. Does that sound about right?
My feeling is it probably is a ploy by Twitch to charge more money for advertising. And then they're going to have like their ratings on their people to be like, look at this guy's audience and engagement and all that bullshit. It's probably more on their end for them to have something to sell at a higher dollar level to marketers.
So they're creating like
my feeling of it.
That sounds about right to me. Like, so like they would have. Go ahead.
Pretty much what I'm looking at is like ads from Chuck's fucking tire barn.
Yeah, it's targeted advertising, which is not new for online platforms, right?
Right.
I mean, like if you put an ad on Facebook, you can like target the region and the type of people, and you know they got busted for even housing things to different races or whatever.
That information makes me think about though like it costs more money to advertise on sports than anything else, right?
Yeah.
And Twitch probably can't say that. They're just like advertise on Twitch. But now that they're going to rate their different advertisers, that if you want to show up on an ad,
The different streamers have different ratings. Every channel has their own credit score, so to speak. Go ahead.
Yeah. So if you want to advertise on this streamer, you got to pay us this much money rather than just paying the flat rate to advertise on Twitch. I bet that's what's happening.
That's definitely part of it, but it's also about targeting. Like, you're not going to show a My Little Pony ad on a Call of Duty stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think
what that does
the
kind of
really
cross over, but yeah.
interesting thing is, I mean, I know somebody called it out in chat, is that that there's like a manual review string that like a Twitch affiliated reviewer, which is not even Twitch, it's an outsource, that would actually view yours and then give you a number for that. That might just be like that might be more like a confirm the stuff that's automatically being pulled in.
I wonder if our being muted for DMCA content is a negative impact on our credit score when it comes to advertising.
Okay, so you could request this because you're in California, so they have to share your data, if you request it.
I don't understand that part. How does that work?
So CCPA, it's like, I don't know if you've heard of GDPR in Europe.
LMNOP, can I buy a vowel?
Okay, so they're consumer protection online data stuff, right?
DJ, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you.
So what that means is that in Europe, you can basically tell a company that to wipe everything that they have on you, or provide everything that they have on you. And California has that as well. It's not as involved, but because they have this, for your stream and you live in California, you could request it and they would have to give it to you. So yeah, but what I think is I don't know, scarier. I was gonna say more interesting, but scarier is, so the API is the reason people could look at this is because it's the public API, right? It's what's out there for automation with other platforms, right? But it's not like the private.
What up, man? Real quick, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no.
You know the etiquette. DJ Darth Vader coming in hot with a big party. I know that he was just rocking with Meow. And big up to all those who are just coming from the pit. Big up to everyone throwing bottles and having a good time. It's time to pump the brakes. And we're talking shop. This is DJ's Not DJing. DJ Fader follows it up with 7 months of tier 1. Big up, man. And what we're doing is basically what the title suggests. DJ's Not DJing. We're sitting here not DJing, talking shop. And right now, the topic at hand is Twitch has recently implemented what's called a brand safety score into everybody's channel. Think of it as like a credit score for every channel. And based on your score, you can be sold to different advertisers, what sounds to us like maybe a different tier of packaging, right? Like there are different.
They can charge advertisers more money.
They could charge advertisers. That's what it sounds like to me.
I could think of one other reason too. Is there, like, Amazon doesn't really do things without world domination in mind. So I'm sure they think they're like coming for the entire live streamer market, and that means YouTube also. And the biggest complaint about YouTube is the commercials they be hitting kids with. Right. That are like super out of pocket, right? And Amazon's probably trying to get out in front of that to be like, look, we don't have that problem at all. We do all these things. Your kids are not going to see these commercials, all that stuff. I bet that's part of it also.
I would say they're probably laying the groundwork for obviously more targeted ads, but probably more like risque stuff, so that this is how they, can target it, and a porn company, doesn't end up advertising to a kid. I mean, they still could, but it's going to be, more targeted. But yeah, I agree, Chris. It's,
the more targeted you are, the more porn, like even just something that's a little bit more on that's just
like
not even relatable to a kid, right?
Like, well, it's like right now, what would be their mechanism to charge more to like fucking watch Ninja's stream and have an ad on there versus our streams? Is it just randomly shot into the dark because they don't have the back end? Like,
no. So, well, that's the thing. So this, I put the link. It would be boring to review, but if you want, the CCPA link is in chat. There are some bullet points on there if you're interested. But I think so. Like I said, the reason why people could see this is it's in the public API, right? That anybody can use, right? A hook into to Twitch. It's a automation between tools and sites and stuff, right?
Right.
It's like let our database talk to your database, but then there's a private one too that you can't see that they would only share with certain companies or trusted people.
Or themselves
encrypted.
Screen everything,
Yeah. But then there could be even another one where you're just kind of talking to a Twitch like sales rep, you know what I mean? Like an advertising rep. And they say, well, I want to focus on this and this and that. So I think the score thing kind of like I think it kind of like clouds it a bit because it's more about targeting.
I think about it is I don't think it'll have very much effect on us at all. It's probably all for their purposes.
No, it's just creepy.
Quick shout out to Darth Fader just coming in. Fader, how was your stream, bro? Thanks for the raid, man.
Good, man. Good, man.
Good. Welcome in. So we're talking about
what I miss.
What we're talking about right now is Twitch has recently added something to their API. And what it is called a brand safety score for every channel. And so what it acts as is a way for them to monitor the data on the channel and then target advertisers based on the results of that data. And the things that they're monitoring, I'll review it again. The age, 18 plus or 21 plus. A manual rating given by Twitch staff. I want to talk about that. What does that mean? The ban history. The relationship the streamer has with Twitch. I don't know what that particularly means either.
I mean, if you've gotten like your account suspended or, you've got an emote taken down because it's got a dick in it, like that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Automod, whether or not automod is enabled and what level it is. And then it says whether your partnership status, what your partnership status is with.
Wait, you can't do that?
Yeah. And then the ESRB rating of the game being played on your stream.
Okay.
And then whether or not your stream is set to mature.
Yes.
Those are all the criteria that are now being added up together to create this sort of brand safety score for every channel. And then that's in turn used for advertising on Twitch going forward.
So the manual review part is the reason I was thinking that it's to try and get ahead of the YouTube problem with the actually using a human to screen all these channels for all these.
Thanks, Ashley. Appreciate that.
Like that.
Ashley's the number one. She's a day one. She's coming through at the top of your comment. Go ahead.
But if they're watching some streamer that's totally safe for kids and their whole audience is kids, just as much as they want to know who to give the risque stuff to, they want to know who to give the totally G-rated stuff to.
Right. They don't want to run an ad for Trojans on like a 13-year-old stream in fucking Minecraft.
And we're the age group of this, like you can sell, you can start selling boner pills and shit in the fucking ads instead. You know what I mean? Like,
Totally.
There's targeted things for certain demographics or whatever.
The number one complaint that all parents have of the whole fucking YouTube shit with kids is the commercials. It's a thing.
Mucinex, Metamucil.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna do this and they're gonna do scoring, then if they get in, they could get into the really lucrative, marketing, like alcohol and gambling. Sorry, not gambling.
Totally.
What do they got? Fantasy sports.
Right.
DraftKings.com.
Because that's a lot of money. So I can see that really paying off.
I'm sure it'll go all ways, though.
Yeah.
They gotta partner a deal with like a fantasy football guy or whatever to make that big money because they were doing it with NFL and all that shit.
I want to know how to find
half-assed.
I want to know how to find my score. Do I have to write a letter or something? I want to know.
Yeah, you'd have to request it. So if you pull up, if you're interested,
and does that affect my relationship with Twitch for asking for my score?
No, no, that would be illegal.
Okay. Isn't there is it like a China? I don't want to speak ignorantly, but I can't remember what country it is in Asia that has like a score, they're
Easy,
whether
Brooklyn,
you're
I see you. Appreciate you
The
being
credit
here.
score thing.
China has a social
Is it-
score.
yeah, that.
Social
Yeah,
score, that's
China.
what it is.
Yeah, the social score for China.
And it
Like,
can prevent
it's
you from getting like credit or
Yeah.
jobs or it's really
housing or that
dystopian
kind of
and
shit.
creepy.
Just by
Right.
that shit. So it, like makes me kind of think of that.
Yeah, your social score or whatever. There was that episode on that TV show too.
Black Mirror.
Yep.
Black Mirror. Yeah,
I
exactly.
got you, boo boo, all day.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, well, here's the thing.
Hey,
Like this
salute.
isn't new. Like
okay.
everybody,
All right.
you know,
I'm ready.
every website and app you use has data like this on you,
Mhm.
and way more detailed. This
Sure.
is just like what they're willing to let the public see in an API.
Oh yeah.
Right. And
Do you have a
then
Gmail?
they're releasing it too. that they're making it known because
Yeah.
there's all kinds of hidden API within Facebook, within Instagram, within all that shit that like gives you targeted ads for how long you're looking at shit and like
If you
whatever.
have
Even outside of even Apple itself. Like if I'm searching something or talk about something or in a fucking a certain app, I'm getting a targeted ad for it. In
Dude,
Instagram.
I've been
that's
getting them based off what I've been saying.
Right.
So that like when you start noticing that, that's when it gets really creepy.
Right. Yeah, that has happened to me several times. I know that if you have a Gmail email and at some point in your life you had a G Plus account and you signed into you used your Gmail for like all kinds of other shit,
Yeah.
they got you. They know exactly how to
Yeah.
profile your ass. and hit
They
you with
read all your
targeted shit.
emails by default.
Yeah.
Like that's how they target ads based off of your email.
Right. Right. They fucking
Dude,
got
they know everything about all of us already.
Creepy.
Yeah.
So getting an identity on the channel, do you think that they can use this score to affect your ad revenue? They can deem your channel unmarketable, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
and then that's that basically. We
Well,
can't.
YouTube has the same thing. You can if your video whatever it can be labeled what do you call it when you can't generate revenue from it.
Non-monetization.
Monetizable.
Right.
Non-monetized.
Monetizable.
Right.
Yeah. And that not necessarily has to do with like content legalities, but if it's if it's questionable, I think it can do it too.
Yeah, I'm really curious of how the brand safety score is going to evolve, because I think that aside from the obvious, like what kind of information do you guys have? What other information do you have? How many kind of questions did you start to ask?
Yeah.
The opportunity.
Did you guys catch that one time I forgot to hit stop streaming? Shit.
No, I missed it.
No,
Did you guys-
I meant as the credit, like the thing,
right.
this fucker like just went didn't hit stop streaming, passed out, had his hand down his pants, the whole deal.
Right. That's a game over.
Let's leave me out of it.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Oh shit. I'm sorry.
So let me
I
ask
didn't know
you guys this:
didn't tell that story.
If you're aware of your brand safety score, is that going to affect the content that you're creating on your channel going forward? Now that you know that there's like a watchdog and your score could get you maybe different ad revenue based on being a certain way, is it going to change your content on your channel, knowing that going forward?
No.
They're not going to tell you. That's the thing. Like you're not going to know
because up until this moment and
Here's
probably for the
an easy
foreseeable
question.
future,
Are you going to stop saying fuck? You're going to stop cussing, right?
Fuck no.
All right.
Nope.
My ad revenue, if I go in and click my channel, my analytics, my ad revenue as opposed to my bits and subs and everybody else that's like actually paying me. No. My ad revenue is minuscule comparatively to like the people that are in my channel and in my community for that fun or that mature or that raw like audience or time that we're having. Like my shit's marked for mature content.
Right.
So if they were talking tonight about I played orgy during a mosh pit. So this then everybody in there got giggly and started talking about having an orgy mosh pit and like all that other shit and like I've got a couple bucks in ad revenue, but those people are like tier 2 subs, dropping bits, multiple 5-pack streamer donos. You know what I mean? So like that whatever doesn't just at this point doesn't justify the alter the brushing up of my content.
I think the way that a lot of us are seeing it is similar to how everything around us is already rated: video games, movies, etc.
Yeah.
So, and you can kind of think of this brand safety score in a similar way, right? Like, I would say that this channel teeters on PG-13 to rated R, mostly rated R on Friday and Saturday night.
Oh, for real?
Is it?
Saturdays.
They're pretty loose with PG-13 these days.
The
Yeah.
language is R.
Yeah.
We're not clean mouth enough.
Right.
Too hot for Twitch.
Right. There you go. Exactly. So,
I think R is
push
conservative.
it right to the limit. You know.
Bill, I put a bunch of boring links in Zoom
Okay.
chat.
What links did you put in there?
So I put in a link to the CCPA, the California Consumer Privacy Act, which that one's worth viewing because it just says like 4 bullet points at the top. The other ones are the Twitch's data privacy, and specifically the California privacy one, where it actually talks about being able to request your data or request that your data be deleted.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, that only applies in California and probably Europe. But California, it is law now.
So I wonder if, as somebody in California, if I could broker that for other people in the United States.
No,
Okay.
because they would have to live in California.
That makes okay.
Yeah.
You know,
And
how I'm
and
thinking.
it would be interesting to see if they would actually give you that. Because there's all these legal sort of arguments, I guess, about like what is your data, right? And what PII is another one that comes up a lot, personally identifiable information. But like their lawyers go, nah, we don't want to give you that one, you know.
Right.
They may give you like your username and how much, you've streamed on Twitch and stuff like that. But it would be interesting. I know one of those Twitter threads, somebody's mentioning that, that you could potentially ask for it and see what happens. But
Here's the link that Twitch's information. If you're a California streamer and you're interested in knowing what your brand safety score is, or information basically that they're collecting on your channel, here's the California privacy disclosure information from Twitch.
Wonder if you can type in other states and it pops up.
no, because other states don't have the law.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As far as I know, unless they passed, fairly recently. This one passed like a year ago.
I didn't even know anything about it. But go California for having that available.
You just say sorry in Canada.
I didn't even know anything about it. We just say sorry.
Canada has some pretty good privacy laws too. Not quite GDPR level like Europe, but better than the US overall.
You're okay in our books. Sorry.
So the
our rules are pretty
one,
much you can do whatever the hell you want as long as you say sorry after,
Yeah, big up DJ Dan. Appreciate the follow. Differential Fall, 11 months at tier 1. Thank you so much. 11 months, man. Let's go.
I'm gonna just read these 4 bullet points. This is if people are interested. So this is the California Consumer Privacy Act. I'll put the link in there too.
Yes, please.
In case anybody wants to nerd out. But
Let me bring it up here. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So it is 4 things. And then it'll go into more detail, but it's the right to know about personal information a business collects about them, about you, and how it's used and shared. So like if they're selling it or letting other companies use it or whatever, you have the right to delete your personal information that they've collected. You have the right to opt out sale of personal information, which you may have seen on websites a lot more recently over the last
I've been seeing that
4
more
or
often.
6 months.
Yep.
So that technically is only a thing for California, but I highly recommend doing that because your information is being sold everywhere. And then this is the one I was talking about: non-discrimination for exercising your rights, Billy. So if you ask for that information, they couldn't retaliate.
I understand. Okay.
It's pretty good law.
Yeah,
and I
that's
think
super
I think
awesome.
it just like within a month or 2 ago finally got through all the legal challenges and crap, so it can be, officially enforced now.
Number 2 in the FAQ, it says, what if I am not a California resident? It says only California residents have rights under the CCPA. A California resident is a natural person as opposed to unnatural person, as opposed to a corporation or other business entity. You get it. Who resides in California, even if the person is temporarily outside of the state. So you have to reside in California, and you have to be a human being, not a corporation or a business entity.
So technically, like,
but you could be the person
for
entity.
Twitch.
You could be the person entity.
That guy entity, because he lives
Yeah.
in California.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But me working for Twitch doesn't count because they're based in California. The fact that I don't reside.
You don't reside there, right?
You don't.
exactly.
You don't work for Twitch though. You're an independent contractor.
I said what I said.
Okay.
Fucking asshole.
You have no rights.
Love you
Well,
guys.
the question once you get partner though,
Still not. I don't think. Maybe there's some magic, but I don't think you become an employee.
Hey, Fader, you see, I've been doing work. I've been doing work on this thing.
How do you?
Bottle fight.
me too.
Exclamation point bottles. So yo, that was everything I had for today.
And surprisingly, nobody left. We're still about
They fucking announced the first in-person music festival today.
When is that happening?
Life is Beautiful in Las Vegas in September.
Life is
Vegas is
Beautiful
already
Las
wilding
Vegas
already.
in September. Dope.
I saw some well, not ads, but like people talking about UK ones already for
I've
like
seen
I've seen them in the
August or
Netherlands.
something.
New Zealand too.
Or excuse me, New Zealand. Sorry, New Zealand.
Yeah.
I got my ends mixed
But
up.
I like low key. Okay, cheers. Low key, Vegas has already been wilding because I see DJs working out there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sacramento's had some interesting Instagram stories. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying not to pay attention to those because then I'm just gonna have a bunch of people that I hate. When we
Let
come out
me
of this.
let me tell you that there's a guy. Wait, where is he in the Zoom as a cord to the stream? Because oh shit, he's next to me in the Zoom here, but not on the stream. This guy, Chris, has been kicking some Facebook gem golds about his feelings towards people not DJing shady underground shit and fucking up the scene for the rest of us who just want to work for a fucking living and get back to normal. So I'm not even in California, but I want to say as a full-time working DJ, I appreciate your fervor, sir.
For sure, man. I mean, that's kind of been my role this past year as resident shit talker.
Fine.
Good.
I'm good.
Salute.
I'm good. I'm good with it. Yeah.
Salute to resident shit talking. I'm all for it.
I know in the UK they're having like a big problem with like COVID raids, like raves. Sorry, raves.
The full name of this show is DJs Not DJing and Talking Shit.
Well,
yeah.
I'm talking about, like the
On
thing
the
about
internet.
the events are coming back, and everybody that's vaccinated is going to be fine. So far, all the data on all the vaccines is that 100% protects you against serious illness.
Well, not 100, but
97.
No, it's like 72% for Johnson prevents you from just getting it all together.
No.
Moderna and Pfizer are 92% preventing you from having any symptoms at all.
No, they're preventing serious cases of it.
No, those numbers are for symptoms. Period. They're all 100% in all the trials so far against serious illness.
It's for severe
battle.
They're not. Yeah. So
All right, let's settle it in stream avatars.
Yeah.
Exclamation point.
Yes. The Johnson & Johnson one is like 66% protects you from getting like a really, what was it, like from I think from getting like getting it at all, right? I think. And then then it has like a 92% or something is
bullshit.
Getting some
Show
echo
me your
here.
sources.
I don't know. I'm not an
But
expert
yeah,
on this
I
topic.
watched-
I just stay inside
Dude,
and
I've been
drink
reading
Jameson.
about this shit for a year. Like it's they're all 100% on
Who's the
serious.
hot box? Big up to
Nobody
Nothing's
died.
100%.
Nobody was hospitalized in any of the trials for any.
Carla. Carla
Not
has
true.
arrived.
It is true.
Nothing's 100% except for my hate for you right now. I'm kidding. They do at different levels, but the idea is
Chris probably out heights you and outweights you by at least like 60.
This is
like
great.
a couple of foot and like a 60 pounds.
I can run around, I can just run around
real.
circles.
This is great.
Run under his legs.
Can we put a fight together, like Jello wrestling of the two of them?
Dude, you guys should duel.
I know you're a lover. I know you're a lover. I'm just saying.
Darth Fighter.
If we put $5 on a Zoom link with Jello or cream corn or something like that, I'm just saying.
Okay, so one thing.
So they are really good. They are really, really good. So like the 90% ones, just real quick, like they're all 90+% of like preventing hospitalization and like severe COVID.
Everything I've read and every news story I've watched about it and every podcast I've listened about it all say they're 100% preventing hospitalizations.
Love it, Noobtastic. Thank you. Appreciate that.
All of them.
Like
this
tier
is
one
like
gifted sub. Gets a good look.
right? Like you're talking. You're saying the exact numbers that they are preventing just illness. Period. But they're all 100% on the serious illness front.
Yeah. I mean, like high 90s. Yeah, they're all really, really good on that.
Want to
so you're not going to like. Sorry.
You're fine.
Rounding up.
I was just going to say
shameless plug.
It's like, go ahead. All right, I'll shut up.
No, you're fine. No, I was just saying if you want more of this amazing kind of conversation, but with British accents, we're celebrating 1 year of DJs Not DJing this Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific, and we're going to have Mojax on here as our special guest.
Oh,
and
really now?
I'm super excited for this. I've been wanting to have Mojax on for this entire year. He's been the person that I want to get on the show. And so we are finally going to be sitting down with Mojax this coming Monday, March the 15th at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And I'd really appreciate it if y'all were there and maybe even told a friend about it, especially somebody who's like a gear nerd or somebody who really wants that close interaction with Mojax and in this forum, because I'm excited. I can't wait. So I hope
and he's a fan of the show, which is even better.
He is. He watches the show. He watches a lot of the VODs on YouTube, and he's just down. Yeah, he's super down with the show. He's in for sure. And he's a junglist. All the jungle heads in here, like those that don't know, my man's coming from like early mid 90s to late 90s like jungle scene.
Massive.
Yeah. So big up to the one Mojax. I appreciate it.
Rating in Monday.
What's that?
I said I'm rating in on Monday. It's happening because like that's right when I get off my 4 p.m. Eastern. That's right when I'm done with my shit. I'm gonna go boom right there.
I love it. Thank you so much, man. That's gonna be a good time. Somebody's monitoring really loud.
Yeah, somebody's loud.
Who's monitoring loud right now?
That's when I wake up, so I'll be there.
Word up. Oh, somebody caught themselves. Good. I appreciate that.
I think it was cannabis.
Fucking cannabis.
I know you got headphones. I saw you DJ.
Yeah, cannabis. Yes.
Yeah, his set for Mars was great. I'm posting that VOD tomorrow, by the way.
His set.
Yeah.
What a great night, man.
That was fun, man.
That was a lot of fun.
Actually, if you guys don't mind, I'd like to play one of the recap videos. I'm going to post it at the end of the show. It's going to go live on YouTube at the end of the show. And it's pretty fun because I wanted to point out some things that started happening during this particular night that was pretty funny. Let me bring it up right now.
Shit, what did I do?
Yeah. Oh shit.
No, it's nothing.
You're
like
recording
that.
the whole Zoom call,
but that would be great.
He does.
So this is exclusive content right now. It's not available publicly yet. Here we go.
Please don't record all the Zoom calls because shit, man, there's some greasy stuff that goes on there.
I record every Zoom call just
everything,
so you guys know. Just so you guys know. And I have
send you a request.
I have
to delete
dirt
my
on
data.
so many of y'all. I'm ready to fucking cash it in. Okay, I'm not gonna play this whole thing, but check this out. We'll turn the volume down a little bit too.
Full screen it or no?
We'll just do like theater mode style. How about that? Okay. Let me fix it here. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to show y'all that was pretty funny was everybody. So this is the first DJ of the night. Let me know if the music is too loud. This is the first DJ of the night. This is the doctor. And if you notice, like, it looks like we're on Mars. There's the Marvin, the Martians. There's the Mars surface, both in our background and in his stream, his feed. And what we did was we were purposely doing a drum and bass from Mars show. And so we had this theme going, and the DJs had like 3 days notice to come up with like a Mars consistency, right? This is the shit show, by the way. Oh yes. Oh yes. Gouda, hilarious. He heard it was a Mars party, and he had a background of the Mars bar. But here's something I wanted to show off. Like, first of all, Cannabase, super dope, dude. You had this takeoff scene that was sick, and like you had this whole like story that you were telling. It involved like, you know, leaving Earth and traveling to Mars and then landing on Mars, and then you were DJing on Mars. And here you are DJing on Mars, and you've got your Martian helmet and the Marvin the Martian's walking around underneath. You got the fucking weird Stargate thing in the fucking background, dude. Like, you're crushing, bro. And like, if you notice, let me pause this right here. At this point in the night, I started to notice that everybody had this Mars horizon shot as their background, including us. So if you see what I did there, I lined up the horizon line with his.
Oh, you clever fucker.
And then I did a color correction to make it match the color of his Mars surface so that it looks like it just continues on. Right?
Son of a bitch.
And then, okay, so now.
That was slick. I liked it, man.
Word up. Oh, that dude, Apostle. He's the Mars party. I'm going to put Bruno Mars in the fucking background. Oh, fucking hilarious, dude. That was so good. Okay, now. Somebody's monitoring loud. That's kind of
Cannabase.
Yeah.
Cannabase.
Okay, now.
You're gonna get can of banned.
Somebody's monitoring loud.
No, it's not. You.
All right.
So,
Joshua Carl.
So here's
Come on, son.
Disco Kitty. Same thing. You notice? See, look, it's a.
Oh shit, I didn't even notice that.
The horizon. I moved the horizon line up to line up with her, and I'm
That's
working.
sick, dude.
Word up.
I didn't even notice that. I was probably like 3/4 in the fucking bag by then, but that was great.
I was shit faced and having a blast with this, right?
Man, no shit.
And then okay, so now
She crushed it too. She had a dope
she had
set
a
as
dope
well.
set,
You're right,
right?
Brooklyn.
She did have a dope set.
Big up,
Now
Brooklyn.
check this
She's
out.
right.
This is when I started getting fucking crazy with it, right? Moses or whatever. Was Mocha? What's his name? Hold on. Let me find his name. What's his name?
Makoa.
Makoa, yeah.
Makoa goes on. Now here's his takeoff, and then I'm moving the background to make it look like
You're fucking taking
we're
off.
taking off.
Fuck yeah, dude.
This is great.
And then now I lined up the horizon again and did the color correction to match the horizon line,
Sick.
right? And then
That's what's up.
fucking hilarious, right? And then when you move in, so now he's getting ready to go. So now we're taking off again, right? And so like there's the surface lowering again. We're leaving the fucking planet, right?
So good.
That's
good.
funny.
It's great.
That's what's up.
Here's how you know. Here's how you know. When you start coming back around to the things you've created and then sharing it with your friends, because these guys know because I send them every stupid little thing I come up with.
All day.
This stream's bonkers. I hadn't been on there in a while, and I was on there the other day, and I was like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" I was like,
That's
"How many
exactly what I was
drugs did
going
I?
for.
How many drugs did I eat?"
Guys, I didn't
Am I
sleep last
even
night,
here?
but here's like 3 things that's fucking crazy out of this world that I did.
So at the
But
end of
that's
Makoa's set, he's back on Earth, right? And so
Oh,
I've
sweet.
changed the background to be Earth. You see that?
Oh,
like
shit.
Like I landed us. There's no longer the Mars dirt. None of that shit is there anymore. I changed it to be Earth, and like we landed back on Earth as like the final landing.
Dope.
Yeah, it was a good time. And then so
Big
like
up Gouda, big up No Use for Anger.
yeah, big up Gouda, no use for anger, straight up. Danica, I see you in there.
Good at 9 months. Don't miss that. I just saw that.
Oh shit, Gouda, 9 months. I see you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Good pointing that out. Thank you. Appreciate that.
That's a Gouda look.
That's a Gouda look. Gouda's coming in.
That was really
this
cheesy.
Friday. Let's
Thanks.
bring that up
I'll be
again.
here all week.
Actually, to make a change.
Big ups.
I didn't do the Gouda tag yet. I'm super late on that. I got to do that. My bad, Gouda.
So
Sorry
like
about
his,
that.
command or something.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. A bang command for Gouda, and I
Anybody
forgot.
got it and just paste it in?
Shows to E-Town
Yeah,
Junglers
you
too.
want to do it? Yeah, I could. One of us could do it. Like you have half your mods in fucking Zoom right now.
Well, you know me. I have a hard time asking for favors.
I'm busy making bad puns.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
So let me bring this up real quick. This is Gouda's Make a Change, and this is going to be March 12th at 6 p.m. GMT. That's +8 from California. So that would be 10 a.m. March 12th is when it starts. And
Giggly Mountain Time.
Giggly Mountain Time. And this is going to be a super dope event. Everybody is going to be playing an alternate selection of a different genre that most of us are known for playing drum and bass on Twitch. And so we're going to be exploring different genres. And as part of Make a Change, which is what the statement is,
Oh shit!
Gouda is going to be cutting off his hair and donating it to the Little Princess Trust. And this is incredible. And so I am going to be on Friday during my set. I'm going to be on Friday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. My alternative genre is going to be reggae dancehall. And there will be an exclamation point Gouda command in the chat that will provide a link so that you can donate directly to Gouda's cause. Yeah,
you can edit it because I did when I was trying to. Add.
Perfect. And so that'll be ready to go. Big up Cleveland Terry. Appreciate you being here. Shouts out Cleveland Terry. That's a super dope channel, super dope individual. We've had him here as an interview.
Get your ass in here, motherfucker.
And we'd love to have him in the Zoom. So shouts out Gouda. That's gonna be going on Friday. That's super dope, man. I really love standing behind things that are for a good cause, and Gouda cutting his hair and donating it and raising funds for a good charity is definitely something that I stand behind. So
can we talk about he's gonna do like a drag thing before that too, which is fucking amazing.
What's that? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, he's gonna dress in drag and
Gouda,
like
get
get all
in the
dolled
Zoom
up.
and help me sell this shit, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's so
Is it like the
Saturday?
day, I think it's the day before.
He just calls it Saturday.
Yeah.
He just calls it Saturday.
He's gonna get all gussied up, and he's gonna also have like some kind of like chest hair thing shaved in there.
Word up.
Yeah.
He's at work. Word up. I see you. Thank you,
Yeah.
Nose Ring. Appreciate the lookout. A rare Wednesday occasion where I have been drinking during the episode, and on that
Weirdest
note,
boner right now.
Salute. That just dropped our safety score.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, but it raised your marketability with Jameson. So
yeah.
Boner.
If I got fucking sponsored, man.
Mine must be in the red. Like my safety score is pretty wrapped in fucking.
Oh shit!
Like, I'm hearing an echo.
Yeah, who is it?
Cannabase.
Is it
It's
Cannabase?
Cannabase. Every time he mutes, it goes away.
I'm hearing an echo.
It's not me. Fuck all you guys.
Chris,
just say sorry and mute yourself. Everything's better when you say sorry.
It's all good. One thing I wanted to circle back on, and this is like going way back, but
way
back. In the land of maple and manners, so that's what we do.
Right.
You're trying to get in the Zoom.
It's the for those of you that are thinking about using the virtual audio device in Serato.
Oh man.
We've already covered the fact that it's got to be bare minimum if you're going to be doing that. In fact, the way that Joshua Carl is doing it is perfect, where you're using it as a remote send to somewhere else that's doing more of the show, right? But like NDI purposes type thing, or OBS Ninja. One thing that I show you thing works for as well, that is super handy, and I've started using it a little bit more on my Mac lately. Is directly that I show you is an audio source that works with any app. It's an audio source that you can select with any app. So the app that I also use it for is my DAW, Logic or Ableton or whatever you use, and you can use that as a direct input for your DJ stuff to go into your DAW. So if you wanted to like scratch, like lay a scratch track over something that you've been working on in your DAW, you can actually configure it pretty well using this I Show You thing. And it's super cool. So for those producers out there or those like trying to figure out a solution to quickly record things from their Serato or even record box into their DAW without needing an audio interface, this actually works really well. It's the original design of what it was made for, and they're implementing it into streaming software. But it works. It actually works really well for that purpose. So if anybody's looking to do that, I wanted to point that out.
Yep. Another thing, if you guys really want to nerd out with that, is there is a plugin for OBS called Audio Monitor. And once you install that, it's free. It's on the OBS page. It allows you to route all of your sources individually somewhere else. So you can right click on your Serato and say, which doesn't have your mic, if you don't send your mic in, and then send that to Ableton, whatever, and record that separately, and then record your version with your mic in OBS if you don't want, whatever. But it allows you to route any audio source anywhere. All you need is like the virtual cables, A and B.
Yep.
And then it gives you a second set of sliders in OBS to send to different places. It's pretty dope.
That's super nice.
It's relatively new.
I should be doing that with this Zoom room, and I don't, and you guys all hate me for it. Big up to Gouda, who just came in here. Yeah. Gouda with hair.
Yo.
How are you doing?
5 in the morning. Let's go.
I know, man.
Yes.
Super early. It's super early.
Wakey.
While we have you up, I'm going to ask you to turn on your quick wit and your articulation and give it to us in a nutshell. What are you doing this weekend? Can you give us the full description from the man himself?
Speaker box view. Let him sell himself like a $2 whore. I mean, we love you.
4:43 a.m. I'm sat here in a dressing gown talking to a bunch of Americans on Zoom. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
At least one Canadian.
At least one Canadian. Yeah.
And one expat.
Salute.
Yeah, Charlie's like a half Canadian. He's just like
Charlie's somewhere over there. We haven't figured it out yet.
Right.
Quick rundown of what's happening. Basically, we've got this weekend is my Make a Change fundraiser. The whole idea behind it is I'm making a very drastic change by
from the waist down.
So the idea is to make a change I'm doing is I'm shaving my head and donating the head to charity. So I wanted to get a load of other people on board, and everyone else on board is making a change by playing different music than what we're used to. So everyone's a drum and bass and jungle DJ. So there's going to be reggae, hip hop, psytrance, breakbeat, step. There's loads of stuff going on. It's wicked. And then to round it off, I'm doing a little pre-party. I'm going to have one last night with my hair down. I'm getting dolled up, putting on a dress, putting on some makeup, making myself look glamorous, and we're having a Dragon Bass session.
I love
6 till 9 before No Use for Anger. And then we're going to raid in and start the party.
Did you hear what he just said, Chip? He's going to get dolled up and have a drag and bass set. Amazing.
That sounds amazing.
Amazing.
Let your
dragon bass.
Let your hair down, my friend. That sounds incredible.
It's going to be great. Also, what Darth Vader mentioned, I have a channel point redemption for 100,000 points it was 100,000 points. It's now gone up because someone redeemed it. But you could basically shave whatever you wanted into my chest hair. And someone redeemed it. His name was Wes. He just wants a big W in my chest. So I've got a nice low-cut dress. The W is going to be there in full force because it seems like the perfect way to show off that W. Why not? I didn't want to just get.
Can I ask you what the color of the dress is, or are we keeping it a secret? Or
it's a nice dark green color.
Dark green.
Nice dark. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna bring out your eyes like really nice.
At least that guy's name wasn't like Darren or Dave, because you definitely don't want a big D in your chest.
I mean, hey, don't judge him. Let him live his life. If he wants to have big D on his chest, let him have a big D on his chest.
Hey,
Big Daddy D can come by anytime.
I feel like this is going to do wonders for your brand safety score. Just saying.
Inclusivity, all kinds of good shit.
Too hot for Twitch, dude. The big W on the chest, though. That's fucking amazing, bro.
Watching right now.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? You know?
That's kind of why it works really well, because I didn't want to just have to take my top off to show something shaved into my chest. So when he redeemed it the other week, I was like, this is perfect. I can wear a dress and show off the W, and it'll be amazing.
That sounds absolutely incredible. Hey,
It'll be
Gouda,
a
thank you
win.
so much, man. I'm really
Yo,
excited to be
bigger,
a part of
thank you.
this. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. And I'll make sure that I have the Gouda command in my chat and everything so that when y'all
You just got to edit it. I created one, but you got to edit it.
Yeah, just edit it. Yeah, exactly. I'll edit it with the link and everything. So make sure you send me all that info, obviously. And then, yeah, looking forward to Friday, man. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, bigger. Thank you, Billy. Big up to all the gang locked in.
Yeah.
But I gotta get ready for work.
Good
I
shit.
gotta get on with work. Peace out, gang.
Easy, bro.
Thank you, Gouda. Thank you.
Shouts out to Gouda. Gouda doing good things for a good cause, and we're absolutely down to support that. That's dope.
Yeah, it's great. I'm gonna do one in a couple weeks to buy Chris a chair.
I don't want a chair. I have a chair.
Okay.
I have a massage chair over there.
You're always just sitting
like sitting
on the floor.
table.
All right.
No, I'm sitting on a table.
That's even weirder.
Like a bench.
Maybe we should get him a chair.
Yeah.
I want a chair. I have a stand-up desk right here on purpose.
Brad Fink is the Oprah Winfrey of chairs because he gave Billy one, so he can give you one too.
Desk chair in the other
Brad Fink,
room.
give me this
too.
chair right here.
What have I
It's a sweet
begun?
chair. This chair goes super fast. Yeah, watch me. I'm a fucking-
I got a little anecdote. So Billy, I think texted me, or was it Sunday? He's like, "Yeah, I passed out in that chair. It's great." And I'm like, "Yeah, I love sleeping in the car."
Yeah, I totally felt like sleep. I woke up with like, oh yeah, I fell asleep.
Never
in the chair,
mind. I'll
didn't
take
I?
that one back. You
I
edit
actually-
that out of the
I stand hella
replay.
more than I sit down now. I don't like sitting down that much.
Yeah,
It's not good for it. Yeah.
It fucks your back up, man. My
Yeah.
back like finally stopped hurting, and I was like, "All right, I'm never sitting down again." No.
Mondays have become edit day for me. And so like after the week's shows are all done, obviously, I take a day off on Sunday, and then on Monday I'm cutting through everything and all obviously those posts that you see on YouTube and Instagram, they don't make themselves, right? So I'm making all of those on Monday, and then I just trickle them out throughout the week. And so Mondays have become edit day, and I gave myself a lot to do this past Monday because of Mojax. This coming DJ's Not DJing Monday at 1 p.m. Come on through, bring your
4
prime
p.m.
sub.
Eastern.
So
Put it on your calendar.
9 p.m. Mountain or European time.
9.
It's Mountain Specific Time. It starts at specifically
9. We're doing it. You're not doing it at like 1:16. You're doing it at like 1.
No, it's exactly at 1.
I'm just saying.
I know. And we're gonna maximize our time with the homie Mojax. And similar to previous, interview shows, I'm gonna have my one-on-one with the man for a little bit, and then we're going to bring the round table in and have a proper DJ's Not DJing session with Mojax in true fashion. So that's all going to happen this Monday, celebrating 1 year of DJ's Not DJing. I can't believe it. It's not. We're not a year of this show yet. A year is probably about 3 or 4 weeks away, but it's close enough to where since we finally have Mojax that we might as well make it the occasion, right?
The 15th is the day that Newsom closed all the clubs and bars.
Right. Well, I've already got 12-month renewals on my Twitch.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like that day that you're doing it on, the 15th. That is the first day of us being out of job.
That's technically that's
the
technically a
first
year.
day of DJ's Not DJing.
Right.
All right.
Good point.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, straight up.
I see what you did there. Okay.
I see what you did there. No, you're straight up.
Yeah.
It's March 14th for me.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, March 14th, I was at my last gig, and then they sent me home early. I was with DJ Dan in San Francisco, and
I was in Starbucks. Where were we? I was in Starbucks. Now this is no shit. I was in Starbucks. I was in a meeting because you know how like I don't have an office right now or whatever, so I'm meeting clients at Starbucks or Panera or whatever the fuck is like close to them, right? And so I'm in the Starbucks having a meeting, and we're sitting down, we're going over shit, and somebody that works there says, "I'm sorry, we're closing our cafe." And then we're like, "Why?" They're like, "I don't know. We're just told that we need to close our cafe." And so like I had to end my meeting And then when I got home was when I learned about why they got the call from corporate to fucking close all their cafes, right? And it was pretty interesting. Yeah. Big up Funky Lemonade. Yo, Funky Lemonade. Big up Stefan. Stefan, first of all, don't do anything you've done enough. But I'm going to shout you out. I'm not shouting you out because I want you to do anything. Stefan hit us hard on Friday. Thank you. Funky Lemonade is the homie. I've known him for a very long time. We cut our teeth in this scene together. And he's the truth. Big up Funky Lemonade. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. You don't have to do anything, but I just want you to look at the scoreboard because you're not even the top 3. Just saying.
Wow.
Whoa. Damn.
The little jelly PP energy that just came out of your mouth.
Gamification.
Jeez.
I love it. You guys are hilarious.
No, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Love you, man. Seriously, Stefan, I love you, brother. We've had some good talks since then. He's good people. I'm glad he's here.
I was on a cruise a couple of weeks beforehand. Went out in California. I went out to Long Beach and was out down in there. Went out on a cruise and was gone for fucking weeks. Cut like 2, what was it, like 10 days, some shit like that. Like in the middle of February, right? That shit was like starting to really get real. And there was like a couple things where you see people like fucking hazmat suit like walking around and shit. And I was just like, dude, what is going on? You know what I mean? And then like from then to fucking March, 14th is when the world completely ended. I was just like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Cruz, you were in the incubation chamber during the fucking unknown time.
Yeah. The fucking scary time. Right. They were starting to, which I didn't know at the time, they were starting to quarantine and section off certain traveling people.
Yeah.
By their ethnicity, if you will.
Cleveland Terry says, when Billy brought me on, he didn't accommodate me. Just say.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at that creepy dummy.
Can of base or that plastic thing he has next to him?
That one in the Darth Vader box.
Oh, you're an asshole. I set you up so fucking good just to run with
I
it.
wasn't even
turning
setting it up
at me.
like that.
Yeah.
I would just,
Asshole.
does that say taco slut? Like, you're wonderful.
So, what do y'all think of? What do you think your personal brand safety score would be if you were to guess? Let's ask that.
69, dude.
69.
Yeah, 100%.
No, like if it was like a movie rating. If your channel was a movie rating, let's put it that way. What would you rate your channel, Fader?
Yeah, I was gonna say 69.
As a movie rating,
Yeah,
they'd make a new one for him.
Yeah, 70. I would say probably like 70.
No, I mean like G, PG, PG-13 rated R.
Oh shit, yeah,
X-rated.
my shit is rated R for sure.
Yeah.
PC 69.
Is there anybody in here who would consider their stream to be rated PG?
No.
I cuss too much. The music might be all right sometimes, but I cuss.
What's well, that's a TV show. I was gonna say Stranger Things because it's like not really PG, but my show features kids.
Stranger Things is rated mature.
Yeah, my kid's on my stream too, but I also have
Goonies PG
talking about fucking orgies in my chat.
Like Goonies PG,
not at the same time.
Yeah.
Like because when Goonies came out, there was no PG-13 yet, right? So it was like it would have been PG-13 by today's standards. Or so like Goonies PG, like would you consider your channel Goonies PG, where there's like an shit every now and then, a funny dick joke every now and then?
Shit, but it's like you get like 2 fucks and you're not PG anymore.
Right.
You're not PG-13 anymore.
Right.
I definitely say fuck more than twice per stream.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Devin says drug use, strong language, and sexual references. Yeah, what would your tag be? Brief nudity, harsh language.
Yes. Drug references.
I've told
violence,
a lot of stories about drugs on my stream.
Simulated violence.
I can't even guess
simulated violence. Yeah. On that note, fucking mosh pit. Yeah. Right.
Bottle. Simulated violence.
I'm curious, like what the criteria is of the quote unquote manual Twitch rating. Like
I think somebody's checking it to like really make sure, like to have a human being like seeing if
We should all have that job. We should all have that job.
That would be a
job
shitty
sucks.
job.
That'd be a shitty job.
Sucks, dude. You're just.
I already see a bunch of people's streams and be like,
You know what? You know what?
For like the technical sides of things. You know what I mean? I'm just like,
Can the manual scoring person have their own stream, and can we subscribe to it?
Oh, hold on.
Enhance.
The manual
Enhance.
scoring person is in India.
Enhance.
They're getting
Enhance.
paid like $1 an hour. That's what's happening. They're in India getting paid $1 an hour. That's who the manual review person is.
You think? You think?
Yes.
It says Twitch
Absolutely.
affiliated reviewer, so it's not Twitch.
Okay, so it's a
It's an
third party.
outsource.
It's a third party.
It's India.
And the whole time he's thinking, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah. I want somebody from India to watch my stream. That'd be
Do you
great.
think?
what,
do you
what
think-
is this guy doing talking about thigh shadow? What is that?
Do you think
It's
that
not
they're
necessarily India.
Do
There's
you
plenty of other
Oh,
other places.
Do you think that there's speech recognition bots looking for flagging, 7 naughty words or anything like that in English?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Why not?
Yeah.
It's Amazon.
Yeah, it's
You
Amazon.
get closed captioning and shit on your streams and stuff
They
like
got
that. So why not?
they got
Twitch
Alexa.
is super censored for me in the chat. They censor everything.
Yeah. I'm curious.
One of our buddies got
You can just change
got
that,
banned.
That's your setting.
There's way
Yeah.
more than 7. Trust me. I've just
Wait, he got banned?
There's way more than 7. We've accomplished.
We were talking about what's his name?
Jeff Butler.
Jeff Butler. Good.
Oh yeah. Do we figure out what happened with that?
Yes,
Is it
I
coming
do,
back?
and I really don't want to read back exactly what happened.
Yeah,
but
yes.
but I can follow up. So
An
the
abridged
homie,
version.
Yes. So the homie Jeff Butler, he recently had his channel banned on Twitch for 3 days, suspended for 3 days, and the reason was because let me look for the thing here. I'm literally scrolling back through some text. Sexually suggestive content in the chat, okay, was the reason that he got flagged for a 3-day suspension on his channel. Now this reflects on his score. Like getting this is like a bad look, right?
Somebody said some shit in his chat.
And what's that?
Wait,
Was it somebody else that said some shit in his
Let me
chat?
finish. Let me finish. Yeah, let me finish.
Let it lay. He'll frame it right.
Yeah. So so what it was Jeff Butler installed this thing where if you typed ! define and then a word. You guys follow me so far? If in the chat you type
The chat bot.
! define Chris, okay? It would give you an Urban Dictionary definition of the word
That's
that you
amazing.
asked.
That's
Right?
so good.
Adding now.
Right?
Oh,
Where's
that
that
sucks
one?
that got him banned.
So he
wonder
said
if
that
I
when
am on
when
Urban
when they
Dictionary.
started doing it, it was innocent. If you type define, this is his words. If you type define Billy, it comes back with a wise yet rather young, playful soul, a thinker, a bit of a philosopher, a lover, and quite a debater. Billy's take on a strange yet strong
Master, if you
interest in what's going on in society at a young age. Okay, some very
What about that last part? though?
horoscopic type
Yeah,
of wording,
horoscope
right?
shit.
He's
That's
a
the
master
horoscope shit.
debater.
Right. Then
With kids.
somebody types in, and I don't know if I should read this because I might get myself banned.
Yeah,
somebody types in. I won't say the whole thing. I will use a word
You want me
instead.
to try and beef you?
I'll use puppies instead.
Use
okay?
use
I'll
PG.
try and
Use
beef
like
you.
G. No, yes, make G porn. So like say like G rated shit.
I'll make puppies.
Or just give us the word and I'll look it up.
So somebody typed in ! define Sunday, like an ice cream sundae with the AE, SUNDAE.
AE, yes.
Okay.
Like an ice cream sundae.
And it says, when you fill your puppies with whipped cream, chopped up banana, and place a cherry on top, then have a puppy eat your puppy and lick or suck the puppy out of your whipped cream and your puppy.
Oh my days.
You need more. You need more than.
I think
one
that was
animal
worse.
word.
I think that was worse.
That's right, dude.
I
The
couldn't
fucking
follow that.
G-rated porn is way creepier.
I'm looking this up.
Like, I mean, you could use an inanimate object like a pickle instead of a dog. Now I've got dog oral
Butthole.
stuck in my head.
So
Dogs
pull a
getting their
random
salads
one-
tossed.
Yes,
That's
that's
reminded me,
exactly
like,
kind of what happens.
This is my fucking score
that's
right
number
now.
Just say
three.
sorry like we do in Canada. Shit.
0.
So last
Scores is
week,
tanking right now.
my daughter was talking about the WAP dance, but she had no idea what WAP meant. I was like, how do you know that dance to that song without knowing what it is?
TikTok.
I was like, there must be a clean version that all these kids are hearing TikTok. That shit's fucking hilarious. The clean, and that's what that just reminded me
Appreciate
of.
that,
The
Cleveland
puppies,
Terror.
ice cream, lick puppies.
I
Reminded me of the clean version of WAP.
So here's a question: did that pop up on a Twitch radar, or was something in the chat like, "I'm offended"?
There's a fucking question because I guarantee there's somebody that just fucking reported it or some shit. Cause like,
My guess, this
what I
sounds like a narc bot to me. This sounds like a bot that's in his channel that's sniffing for this type of language.
Do you think so?
Because
I've seen this language in other chats.
Twitch is on this shit right now, though. Twitch is like really on this shit of trying to keep their chats non-toxic,
You
trying to
watch
clean
some
up
of
their
my
image.
streams yet?
Right.
Everybody should.
So,
I have to chime in. I DJ'd the middle school dance, and they would come up request these songs. I'm like, no, if I can find the clean version, I'll play it. Yeah, I played it, and then they just like screamed out all the
Oh yeah.
word.
That's not on you though. You
That's
did your
par
job.
for the course.
What did they scream? I want to hear it. Come on now.
Yeah, and
No,
the funny
That's
funny
the
part
loophole.
is that in newer music like this, they don't use alternative lyrics, and they don't even put like a censored something in place. It's literally just muted for that section.
Or
So it
sometimes
provides
it's
the
sound
perfect bed for them to just yell the word right in the spot that is not there now. You know what I mean, it's like right.
Although I will say I was very appreciative when Kanye West redid Gold Digger, because when you hear Gold Digger for a billion times, you're like, oh, no big deal. But then you hear like the original version where the sample drops the N-bomb a few times. I was like, I had no idea that was the original until I bought the album.
Oh,
and
dude, Jeff Butler's here.
You thought it was broke?
Yeah.
broke. You got to do the head. You got to move your head back.
Jeff Butler is in the chat right now. He's saying no idea. I just all of a sudden
I'm gonna report him.
suspended.
Hold on.
And the responses
ban him and report
came
him.
from
Hold on.
Nightbot. So the responses came from Nightbot, first of all.
Following.
And yeah, everybody follow Jeff Butler straight up.
Do it.
And Jeff Butler, if those that don't know, Jeff Butler is triple OG in Sacramento.
Yes.
He's my senior, and he's the super homie, and he has quite a list of credentials under his belt, including producing some major sporting events. And
He's got fucking Emmys or some shit on his fucking bench.
Yeah, my dude has a stack of credentials like you have no idea. Yeah.
He's like, no, I give you all the credit for getting me back into DJing. I'm like, I didn't do shit.
He's the
like, I
humblest
just said
person
you
you'll
should
ever
do
meet
it.
too.
Right. Yeah. I was like, dude, don't fucking, I'm not. So for him to be like, dude, yeah, you're the reason why I'm getting back in. I'm like, don't put that on, don't put that juju on me.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah. I was like, you hung out in my chat, and I said, oh, if you're thinking about it, do it. Like, I encourage everybody to fucking stream.
Oh, so Gabe is saying that Jeff Butler taught him how to DJ.
Oh,
I want
word.
everybody to know that Jeff Butler taught me how to Sunday.
Do you guys raised puppies together and made ice cream?
Yeah,
puppies and whipped
I'll tell you
cream.
this. Jeff Butler and Gabe Xavier were the original sound crew at the very first 916 Junglist party back in 1998. Yeah.
All downhill from there. Thanks, guys.
And the show has reached a new low.
Shouts out to Gabe Xavier.
I'm very
and
hungry
Jeff
for fucking
Butler
whipped cream.
and Versatile.
I
Entertainment.
want an ice cream sundae right
I
now.
would totally eat an ice cream sundae right now.
Not at somebody's butt.
And their cargo van that they used to haul in the sound acted as one of the walls in the outdoor area to keep people from venturing outside past the parking lot. If that makes any sense at all.
Oh, that's legit. I've been to those parties.
Yeah, totally. We used the car.
I went to a party in Toronto that was like 20,000 people that had that. I was like, yeah.
The Love Machine. Yep, you know it, Jeff. Exactly, the van.
Love Machine.
I just loaded up some stream with the night.
Come on.
I can see that.
No, I know. It's they just announced Tomorrowland might happen in August.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Might happen.
So the Live Nation events are starting to reappear.
It's all coming back.
Yeah.
Burning Man, I think, is going to happen too.
I think Burning Man's going to happen regardless. There's gonna be a few people out there, whether or not it is officially
No, dude, there's
happening.
this other festival called Everywin that's trying to do Burning Man like a month before Burning Man. It looks like such a fucking shit show. I've been following their website,
It's the
social
Fire
media.
Festival.
Fucking comical.
Firefest.
It's gonna be like Fire Festival. Probably.
I have a
but,
really
like,
dark
worse,
Burning Man
because
joke
they
I'll
don't
tell you
have
guys
that much
after.
work.
Thank you, Ratfink. Appreciate you. Gifting a tier 1 to Jeff Butler. That's a good look.
Cute ski doodles.
Ratfink with the targeted gift subs. That's strategic, man. I see you.
I don't mess around. Stream Elements doesn't get that anymore.
Yeah, he accidentally gifted a sub to the Stream Elements bot. And from that point forward, he was like, "I'm
That's
paying
dope
attention."
though, because then you get the commands that can drop the emotes for a month. You know what I mean? Edit those commands, put the emotes in there.
True.
I have a mod that's done that in my chat every once in a while.
So, Luke,
God.
I mean,
Some of the things I get, I'm just going to throw this out there.
Still
Florida
get the money.
man, Florida
Oh, boy.
man Cody Meter, 22, caught on video having sex with a unicorn and Olaf frozen stuffed dolls at a Target store in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Say Penisburg? Okay.
Petersburg.
Freudian
I
slip
threw
there?
that in there. Yeah.
That's
and there's
illegal?
video. There is video.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, that's
trying
too hot
to
for
get his
Twitch.
channel banned.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not
I don't know
gonna put it up
what's
there.
Twitch's policy on unicorn sex. I don't think that's.
What if that? Well, yeah, I was
literature.
gonna say, what if that unicorn
they
doesn't
fine with it.
identify as
They
like
fine
male or
with it.
female? Is like,
They're
what,
always
is
horny.
it a violation of terms of service? Like, I don't know.
They're always horny.
Mention unicorn
Olaf-
sex, and there's a
Does
spike
Olaf
in
even have
viewers
holes?
immediately.
He's got
I
a
don't think-
carrot.
You got to make them.
That's true.
He's got no. Well, it's snow,
you can make
but
holes
I mean, he's got the
and
carrot, so you could,
make
you know,
a hole
he could be a top.
He's a switch by nature, but
You just take out the eye socket, and he's got a little hole. You know, it's fine.
You just
Meanwhile,
fucking make
Entity
a
has
nipple.
kids and has to cover his fucking mouth.
look, I'm Canadian. I know all about snowman sex. This is legit. Okay.
Get it. Put it on my
I'm pretty sure that Ratfink is going to ask for a refund on all of his gifted subs because
Yes.
he just wanted a shout out.
That was it.
It's true.
Fuck.
Already did. Since,
Already
since
did.
last year. I said, I'm in California. You got to refund all of them since last March.
Yo, big up
Just wanted a
Cleveland
shout
Terry. I see you in the chat. Appreciate you. Big up
He's
Spire.
dropping gems down there, bro.
I see
I
it.
wish he's got dad duty. I wish you could jump in here.
It's all good. I understand. We all understand.
Yeah, for sure.
Big up Carlos Scalata. Appreciate you. Big
You
up
used to
Brooklyn
work at a
Soleil.
high school, Darth.
I need a dad chick. On.
Big up Funky Lemonade. Big up Jeff Butler. Appreciate y'all being here. We are over time, and it doesn't really matter. But I am gonna start looking for a raid because I need to eat. I've been doing more drinking than eating tonight,
Let me fire up.
and it's not gonna end well if I don't pay attention to my
Proper
eating
son.
schedule.
Yeah, respect's on.
Chicago DMB.
Magic
Aiden,
Mike.
is Aiden back on?
Ren is on.
Yo, Aiden's back on.
Did he get back on?
Yeah,
Yes, he
he's on
did.
right now.
He's like, I ate.
Beats, Infamous.
Aiden Scott living that partner life. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go back on.
Yeah, I'll just fucking stream for however I want.
He just threw that.
Guys on.
He made that food just to throw it in the trash so he had an excuse to leave.
Malachi from Mom.
Ratfink, what the hell is my fucking picture up there for?
Yo, let's raid Aiden Scott because we've been celebrating
That
Aiden
beard
Scott
is tight though, yo.
becoming partner.
When I could see a barber, look at that beard. That thing is kept.
So in true 916 Junglist channel fashion, we gotta write a love letter to Aiden Scott.
Can we? Yes, please.
Can we please write a love letter to Aiden Scott? I need everybody's contribution as well. I'll
We
start
can't
it.
believe you told us you had to eat just so you could restart your stream. That's you got to start it like that.
Okay. You needed
Am I
to
taking up space on your computer right now with all these pictures you have of me, sir?
eat.
Yeah.
That's nice. Thank you.
I'm putting eat.
I didn't
in
even know where that was
quotation
from.
marks.
Did you Google search me?
Can't believe
It's
you told
creepy,
us
man.
you needed to eat
No.
in
That's like
order
that's
to
pre the color
dip
of my tattoos. That's old.
and start streaming.
I don't even know where I was then.
Okay. Hold on, let me see. Let's
Yours
start
aren't,
this. Let's,
aren't as embarrassing as Billy's.
Yeah.
No,
just
they
like,
are.
yo, Aiden, read this on stream. Okay. Yo, Aiden, read this on stream. We can't believe you told us you needed to eat in order to dip and start streaming instead.
Congratulations on making partner, even though Facebook found out about it before our group chat.
Facts. Big
on
facts.
Making partner.
It's like finding out your mom got remarried because you saw the wedding pictures.
Good to find out about it on Facebook instead of our group chat. Okay. So, yo, Aiden, read this on stream. We can't believe you told us you needed to eat in order to dip and start streaming instead. That's kind of hard to read. Congrats on making partner. Feels good to find out about it on Facebook instead of our group chat. That's fucking hilarious. Okay. Let's see here. Can't believe you told us. Okay, hold on. Why did you tell us? Let's do that. Why did you tell us you needed?
Why did you let Facebook tell us instead of our group chat or something?
You tell us. I'm doing this
It's
after
another
how much,
collab
Jameson,
ability photo.
you needed to eat when you really just wanted to go stream. How about that? Okay, when you really just wanted
Can you play Purple
to
Hat?
go stream.
Nikki's saying enjoy a Sunday in celebration.
Oh,
yes!
Enjoy your Sunday.
Sunday.
He doesn't even know what that means, which is even
I
better.
know, it'd be
That's
great.
great. That's great.
Enjoy
They'll
your
read
Sunday.
it out and clip it.
Please play Purple Hat.
Wait, what is it? Enjoy your Sunday in celebration? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
got it.
that's what Nikki said.
Okay. Got it. I love it. I love it.
Blooded.
Oh, so good.
Cold-blooded. Yeah.
That's my favorite fucking Rick James song. Okay, so that beat is hard, by the way. The cold-blooded beat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's got like a 909 kind of groove to it, like a drum machine in it. Okay, it says, yo, Aiden, read this on stream. Why did you tell us you needed to, quote, eat when you really just wanted to go stream? Oh, yeah, I'm saying stream twice. Hold on. I'm going to say read this. Just please read this, not read this on stream. Yo, Aiden, please read this. Why did you tell us you needed to eat when you really just wanted to go stream? Congrats on making partner. Feels good to find out about it on Facebook instead of our group chat. Enjoy your Sunday in celebration. We need one more thing to kind of close it out.
Please play Purple Hat.
Please play Purple Hat.
Yeah.
All right.
It's one of his jams that he likes. And I like it too.
He's playing like jazzy hip hop remixes right now.
Oh, then that's perfect. You can
Love your 916 or your DJ's not DJing fam. We'll put that. Your DJ's not DJing fam.
nerds.
Okay. So for those of you that don't know how this works, we're writing a love letter to Aiden. We're going to raid into Aiden in just a second. And what we want you to do is hit him hard when we raid in. Just a full-on spam attack, okay? And you could practice now. So copy and paste this and make sure.
You got to post it in the chat first.
I know. Let me make sure I don't have any.
Just making sure.
Yo, Aiden. Okay, question mark, also a comma there.
Don't proofread,
Yeah.
Okay.
Live
Perfect.
on that fucking. Live
Get
on
it
that
raw.
edge,
Fuck it.
man.
We're doing it live.
Live
Fuck
on
it, we're
that
doing it live.
edge.
Yo, Aiden, read this. Why did you tell us you needed to eat when you really just wanted to go stream? Congrats on making partner. Feels good to find out about it on Facebook instead of our group chat. Enjoy your Sunday in celebration. Please play Purple Hat for us. Love, your DJ's not DJing fam. Dope. Everybody,
right.
please copy that. We're going to be raiding into Aiden Scott. This is the 916 Junglist channel. I'll be back on Friday for La Bomba Clot. Taco special edition of Taco Rewind, where I'm playing an all reggae dancehall set. It's going to start early. It's going to start at 9 p.m. Pacific. So a full 15, 16 minutes early is when it's going to start. Holy shit. I hope you guys can remember that. Let me get my...
Make sure to tune in to all the DJs, though.
Tune into all the DJs that are available right now. Make sure that you fucking check out everybody in the Zoom, everybody in the chat, everybody who's fucking streaming. Everybody follow everybody, support everybody. It's a fucking beautiful thing. I want to go around the horn actually before we raid. Can we do that real quick? Let's go around the horn.
I'll allow it.
Chris
You're
Hopkins.
fine.
Chris Hopkins. When are you streaming next?
So I started a new thing with Nocturnal and its Relay. And we're doing this thing, weirdest shit on Twitch on Thursday nights. And we're all just fucking playing the weirdest eclectic shit on Twitch, and we're raiding into each other. I don't know if I'm gonna make tomorrow night, but Nocturnal and Relay are doing it, and it's gonna be 6 to 10 on Thursdays. Next week, Crook is doing it with us, so that's gonna be fun. And then I also do Saturdays 12 to 4.
Dope.
Every Saturday 12 to 4.
Post your Twitch URL in the chat if you could, please. Everybody follow suit as well. Joshua Carl, when's your next stream?
Friday, I'm actually doing double duty. I'm doing a raid train with some people from Brazil that stumbled upon me streaming one day. So I'm going to be doing that like 4 to 6, taking a quick break. And then, of course, I got Vintage Fridays 7 to 9. Then I think Saturday, I might redo the Mix Emergency behind the stream. I did it before and I forgot to put in a collection, so it got deleted. Basically, it's a walkthrough of the software Mix Emergency for those that want to get into adding visuals or video DJing, both on stream and in real life. I do beta that software. I've been part of the team since about 2010. And then Sunday, I have Raiders of the Lost Art, 6 p.m. old school hip hop.
Sick. Yo, Entity, when you up next?
Yo. I stream Fridays and Saturdays, 7 p.m. Pacific. But tomorrow on Man Like Deep show, I think that's 7 p.m. Pacific.
Yep.
I will be co-anchoring just like Ratfink did yesterday.
Sick.
A lot of fun.
Love
it. It is fun. Yeah, it's a blast.
Yes.
Super dope. Fader, when you up next?
I got Throwback Thursday, noontime Eastern tomorrow. Fader and Friends podcast, 9 p.m. Eastern Thursday. Then Friday, I'm doing my usual Fader Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern. And then Sunday, I'm doing sitting down with DJ Twin Spin on his channel with DJ Flipside from Chicago / New York, and like all the tech stuff. We're getting super techie on it. We're taking over. Flipside and I are gonna take over his channel and just like talk tech and like OBS shit, streaming shit or whatever, and like try and answer any questions that people have going on.
Sunday at noon Pacific.
I think so.
Yep. Okay. I'll try to wake up for that. That sounds like right up my alley.
Yeah.
Charlie Young, when are you up next?
Oh dear. My laptop just took a shit. Its battery is swelling.
That's right.
So I've got a spare MacBook Air. And so I'm playing on Saturday this raid train that I raid into special ed and goes on to raid into inside the ride.
Dope.
Awesome.
But I'm just I don't have my trusted computer anymore.
I can understand. Yeah, that's got to be stressful. I hope everything works out. You have it on a mail-in repair right now?
Yes.
How long ago did you mail it in?
They're picking it up tomorrow. So
so it's cutting it close. You might actually have it by Saturday.
They're going to take it with a swollen battery?
But it's a swollen battery, but I have a MacBook Air that it's got 128 gigs of SSD storage.
Uh-huh.
So there's enough to fit a couple.
Bide your time for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it should be okay. That should be a good life raft. Yeah.
And that's what I got for now.
I can understand the stresses though. Like using, a backup computer or a computer you're not used to using is tough, right? Because your computer kind of becomes your brain on screen, helps you remember things, it's your organization, the feel of it even. When I'm using somebody else's computer, even if it's my library on somebody else's computer, it just fucking doesn't feel right. Right? It's
And you depend on it to be smooth and like it usually is. And going from a MacBook Pro with 16 gigs of RAM to a MacBook Air with integrated graphics and 8 gigs of RAM, I'm a little bit. So I'm gonna have to work at practice a bit.
320p.
Ratfink, when you on next?
320, yes.
So Saturday at 3:30 in the morning, I'm gonna have this Urban Dictionary bot. Except when people use it, I have to do whatever the definition is. I'm not looking forward to it.
You might want to look up Cleveland Steamer because that's the first thing I'm putting in there.
Oh, heat.
No, his name's Cleveland Terry. I don't want to. That's really not nice. You shouldn't say that. Just Terry's still in here. I love you, man.
Cannabis, but no cam, no
you.
audio. I guess that means he doesn't want to tell us when he's playing next. That's totally fine. I get it.
I'll take his spot then.
right.
27th on Inside the Ride. I'll be playing.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that. And what do you want to disclose any kind of information? Because we know that your sets are monumental. The last time you did a set on
No
Inside
pressure.
the Ride, you you have a high bar. The last time you DJed on Inside the Ride, you had this incredible set where you played all music from video games, all drum and bass music from video games, which required months and months of curation. 6 months of curation to be specific, and you created a show that had the corresponding video game like playing behind you while you were playing the music and everything else. It was incredible.
To remind people, then it's gonna be hard to match that.
That was super dope.
Even if you take that one out, every time he shows up on Inside the Ride, it's like, what is he gonna do?
What is he gonna do? Right? There was that one time when he came on where he faked a Windows crash. That was fucking incredible.
Oh,
too.
and I did I think it was the break core set.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a good
like
one,
that
dude.
one.
Super dope.
Yeah,
Big
so
differential fall for the
let's
300
see.
biddies. Thank you.
So yeah, it's the 27th. I've said that, and last night I said that I promise it's nothing you've either seen or heard on the 916 Junglist channel before.
We'll leave it at that. I like that. So bring your open minds, bring your
content.
creative spirit, and let's lock in for another epic Ratfink set. I'm excited for that. Cannabase, you're back. Sounds like you heard the troll because we were calling you out. When can we see and hear from you again, sir?
Whatever you guys want, man. Just schedule me up and I'll be here.
I mean, when are you streaming next? When is your next scheduled stream?
In about 15 minutes.
In about 15.
Oh, perfect. I'm waiting for somebody to be like, "Oh shit, 10 minutes ago."
Fuck's sake.
That is right on point, my friend. I love it. I absolutely love it.
If you guys check my schedule, I don't have one. So I just pop up whenever the heck I feel like it.
Now, you know what? I love that. I fucking love that. You know, own that shit, dude. That's fucking
Well,
beautiful.
I find if I schedule something, I don't play good. Like I don't play like with any heart. You know what I mean? So if I play what I want to play, I'll fucking kill it. But if I'm playing for like a scheduled time or something, I'm always like rushed and I feel all weird and shit. And like I just like fucking just giving her. So
I could totally identify with that.
Are
Absolutely.
you saying you half-assed it on Inside the Ride? Is that what you're saying?
no, never. No. See, I knew it was coming and I got
Okay.
like I got elegantly lubed before I came there.
All right.
And,
solid.
Yeah.
Should we exclamation point define that? Is
I'll look it up. We just copy and paste. We'll do it live.
Yeah, no, live is the best way to do it. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Fuck it.
The famous quote. Raid is in motion. We're raiding Aiden. Make sure you copy and paste that into the chat, y'all. Did I forget to fucking copy it? Let me get it right now. It was so long ago.
That and I've got isolated audio from the Inside the Ride. So if anybody wants it, whisper me to my channel, and I'll give you my set from that.
Oh, nice. That's actually reminds me. That's something we should probably talk about on this show is how to record the different channels.
Let's do it.
So
Let's do it next week.
Yeah.
Let's do it
I
actually
actually have a server that does that for me.
Oh, you can do that in
Wednesday.
OBS. You can do it right in OBS.
Don't forget, if you like DJs Not DJing, we're celebrating 1 year this Monday with Mojax, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Special day and time with Mojax. And I'm super excited for that. Make sure you lock in. This is DJs Not DJing. We normally stream, and we always stream every Wednesday, starting at 6:16 p.m. Pacific. And we've been going for a year now, pretty much. And I appreciate y'all for locking in. This has been dope. We're rating in Aiden. Make sure you hit him hard with the copy paste, and let's spam the shit out of his chat. Big up, y'all. Appreciate you. Big up to everybody in the Zoom. Big up everybody in the chat. Love y'all. See you at the next one. Peace.
Peace out. Aiden. Yes.
We still live?
There we go.